Ready?
We know Norm's always about fucking clowning motherfuckers.
Yeah, Norm doesn't give a shit.
Are we ready? I think we're ready.
Austin.
Culture.
Club.
Podcast.
Austin
Culture Club.
Podcast. What up, everybody?
Austin Culture Club Podcast.
We in the house.
Back.
So we're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast.
A blog class.
Applaud.
We're applauding the
Class.
casts.
We had
How do you
some technical difficulties. By that I mean
The studio
we're
was
like,
fucked, dude. The board.
we had a
Problems with the
multi-board.
board.
Problem with the board.
Yeah,
We're getting a new board supposedly though. That's great.
Sounds sick.
Yeah.
we were like Carrot Top and
Sick.
chairman of the board.
Enhance.
Yes, sir, dude.
That just makes
With
me laugh.
AI,
McDonald
please fix
joke.
my
I'm
sound.
so
AI.
Nice. You get
AI, can you fix the gain? Boop, 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 boop. It's
Hey.
gonna be like real high tech.
I'm just looking forward to
R2D2.
it because it'll make me even more look like a wizard on this shit.
Oh, hell
yeah,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not
dude.
a
I don't have to do
wizard.
nothing. I'm
yeah,
a tech.
like a wizard, like you're like
Oh.
peeing.
Look, technology is magic.
Whiz.
Okay,
No,
let's,
it
let's
is,
be
dude.
real.
That's science.
Okay.
How's
I've seen
y'all's-
science and I've seen magic.
One and the same.
Yes. Why
We
not?
got a special guest on the show today.
No.
Oh, whoop, whoop, whoops. We have Joey Patton as our co-host. Me, Rubin Gonzalez,
Yeah.
producer Julian on the ones and twos.
in my
Mary's
track
in
jacket.
Mexico. Boo.
I know you're looking fly.
And we do have a guest, a special guest, local
Like
sensation,
not like
local film buff,
how special.
local, dare I say, behind
Clean
the
up-
scenes
wipe
of
the drool,
Austin.
Wipe the drool.
If
You're
there's
so special.
if movies are being made, commercials are being shot, music videos produced, he is always
One man that knows
finger-
what's
a
going on.
finger on the
I know
pulse.
everything.
Indeed. Remember last time? I think last time you were on the show.
is
you
doing an
just
Indeed
you did a
commercial.
Indeed commercial.
Oh, it's true. Yes, that's true.
Yes.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
you're like, I totally forgot
Oh,
about
yeah.
that shit, dude.
I
I've
did.
done
I, also,
so
I
many
forgot
commercials
he
since
is
then.
also writing for the popular web magazine Collider.
Collider, dude.
That's
hell
true.
Yeah.
That
Is it a
true.
web magazine? Can we call it a web?
Sure.
It is.
Entertainment website?
Yeah, entertainment website,
Yeah,
web
dude.
magazine. I mean, I guess it kind of falls one and the same nowadays.
Yeah, I love
Why
this
must
shit. I
the
love the way they
Flash
grew,
always fight
too,
the Flash?
Yeah,
from
it's
how they
wild.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Can
been
he fight
watching
anyone
them
else? Let's start.
since that.
It's not that kind of podcast, dude.
Oh,
It is not.
News-
So,
Not.
I got a quick story I want to intercept here with a friend of mine. Her grandmother passed away,
Great
and
start.
it was
Yeah.
Great start.
well.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
They
Hump day.
gotta push the button at the cremation.
Oh,
What?
What?
Like that's a privilege?
I didn't know that was something you could
I
do.
never fucking. That's the whole point here. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like she has pictures of her grandmother going into the flames.
What the fuck?
They documented it?
She recorded it?
Yes,
it on
her and the
TikTok?
family are like in this little room,
It's on TikTok.
and like the people are like, just push the button. You push a button, and like she rolls into the fucking.
Well, look,
oven.
I've seen it on TV and movies, but I never thought they would put the family in there to
Yeah.
say, go
Oh,
ahead,
I thought that was,
push the
that's
button.
like too traumatic.
Well, hold up,
Right?
hold up. They're Mexican, right?
They're actually like a real multi
Ethnic family?
Yes,
But do they have Mexicans in their family?
the grandmother was Argentinian. There's
So
Brazilian.
it's, they're Latin.
There's.
I get it. No wonder they push the button
but it's
themselves.
it's incredibly crazy
They
to me.
try to push it before.
But
she
I've
did.
never-
No, dude. Latin
I've-
Latin people take
Enough,
like photos
Grandma.
of their like dead relatives.
Yes, I've
after
done
they
that myself.
died.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Okay,
no, they like
okay,
touch
okay.
the bodies and
Yeah,
shit.
we
They're
hug
wild
them.
with it.
Okay,
dude.
We usually
okay,
do
okay.
the
They're wild.
Check their
Egyptian thing.
pockets.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
We usually do the Egyptian
They don't need that
thing.
necklace.
You know, put the Dallas Cowboy hat on, a little bit of cocaine,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
cell phone. You know,
Some
the
shit
ride,
for the
yeah.
afterlife, dude. You
Yes.
know?
But we never.
To gain entry.
I've never heard of a
Is
place
this-
that
was this
offers
in
like
Austin?
you can visit. Yeah, y'all want to see the cremation? Gonna be $5 more. I can just do it. Fucking, I don't know. Like,
Dang.
I was like, they had to pay shit, dude.
like
That's
I
what
I've
I'm
never
saying.
heard of that.
That's
Like I've never
me.
heard of
I
like
No,
a.
I've never
Can I
heard of
push
that.
the button?
Can I push the button?
Can I push the button?
No,
For
you
you?
leave me
Was like
alone.
the-
I'm not dead yet. But it's insane to me. I don't know. I just want to say that
Pretty
real fast.
wild.
I have been around the earth a few times.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything like that.
I've never heard.
You been
I
in
thought
the
that'd
shit,
be
too.
an
I guess the loved ones.
Official-
I guess they knew grandmother was.
You never
gonna leave
cremated
us.
one of your relatives?
Yes, plenty. But
But
I've
not
never
been in the
hit
room.
the
Yeah,
they
button,
didn't
been in the
legit-
room, watching them catch on fire.
That's
like,
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like you receive the urn later and say here you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
like you get it
Tomo-
like
you know,
yeah.
2 months later. Here's the urn.
I mean,
you
of
think
course,
it's your,
I've-
you're hoping
I've
it's your
snorted a
family.
couple of
Yeah,
family
yeah.
members.
Well, you get
You know.
mixed up. What are you
You
gonna
know,
do? That's
put
fine.
it in
What-
some
that's
It's all
tea.
fine.
powder.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
powder.
yeah, man.
Like once it's cut up in, it's cut
Wasn't
up.
Some
that
of
the
those urns
story
look real
that
nice.
No,
I
yeah.
don't know.
was it the guy from Rolling Stones, Keith Richards? Didn't he like snort?
That sounds
his father's-
familiar.
Is
Supposedly
ashes-
there's a story like he like did a line of his dad's ashes.
Did he mix it in? Like, did he mix it in with
I
some other
forget. It
powder?
was like it was like a memoir book or
I
something.
hope he
came
mixed
out.
it in with
Remember that?
I
something.
mean, even
Yeah,
well,
right.
At least the
even-
ketamine.
Even if he didn't, he had plenty in his system to where he wouldn't know.
At least
Yeah,
he
yeah,
did-
right.
but
He
did
was
he-
numb enough.
A little
Right.
K, a little K, a
Did
little
he
this,
get to push the
that.
button though?
I don't know, man.
That's a question.
see how it's
if
made?
you ever meet,
Because she was like
Keith
telling me the
Richards.
story, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting there
You
listening to
gotta
the story.
ask.
Like, what are you talking about? You went to the cremation. Like, you went to like the like. Well, how? There's no. You can't see that. And she was
there's
like,
something about like
she was. They had to wait. I was late 5 minutes. They were mad at me because I was the one. I was gonna push the button, and I was like, the fucking
And then
button.
now I'm wondering, like, what, like, is it like a comically big button?
I know.
It's
You know?
probably
just like a
It's
red
like
light.
Oh, like one of those like those old cartoons. Like whatever you do not push
Just
this
Right.
button.
like a sign that says "Don't push" or
has like
something.
a
got a-
lid.
I was just gonna say, there's a little thing you have to flip open.
Oh, like the
Or-
bomb. Like
Yeah,
What if
yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
fake
yeah.
button? It just makes them feel better. And then somebody else is like,
Yeah, somebody in
You
the
know,
control room actually.
that's probably
Like all
not
it
far
does is
from
turn
the
on a
truth.
light, and then like little Joe Ray's like, sit, all right, hit the button over
It
here.
reminds me of like, you know, if you went to like a like a prison and like they do the death chair. What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
The
yeah. The-
Electric chair.
Electric chair.
Yeah.
And you have like the glass, and then you're watching it. Maybe like you just like watch it.
I don't really understand what was going on that day, but that was an interesting story.
If you're like, what is it? What do you call those people? Mortuaries.
Yeah, yeah. What?
Mortuary. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're a training mortuary, is there like a glass?
Mortician.
Mortician.
There
Or
you
you
go.
get like a glass window that you're watching them push
Mortuary.
the button, and they're like right now.
Well, that's the place, right? That's the
Good timing.
Like they're
Good
teaching, like a
timing.
class.
You got to
know?
get him to sign.
place.
My second point of the day, which
Okay.
is maybe news, maybe not news, maybe a topic, maybe not a topic. Did y'all
Right.
survive the hailstorm?
Oh man. Well, I'm down in Kyle, and we got next to
There you go.
nothing.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. We got.
Oh.
What about you, dude?
yeah.
Your car all right?
Lucky- Well, my car was I got very lucky.
Okay.
But
You got a lot of trees over
my
your
my
spot.
son's mother,
Ooh,
her car,
baby mama.
got fucked.
yes,
Damn.
broke both
That new one? Her
windshields.
new car?
That sucks.
Yeah.
Both windshields, dude.
Tall
Front
Dan,
and back.
Tall
Oh,
Dan got
That was his car.
no. His
Damn.
Mercedes got fucked up too.
yeah.
Oh,
Poor
man.
poor tech bro.
From what I gathered,
He broke
everybody
both
on
his
the
He's
windshields
tall,
too.
good
Both of
looking,
them?
Damn, dude.
and his car's busted. Man, how is he gonna survive?
See, I kind of figured most people on the east side had it pretty rough because my older brother, he just moved to like 17th Street over by Airport,
Yes,
and
that area was
dude,
hit.
10 of his windows in his house broken. Every single
Damn.
one of the cars that were in his driveway and his truck back window got broken.
Yes,
And he was just like, "Oh, dude, I don't want to even have to deal with this week." Like,
Yeah.
Shannon's
Yeah.
apartment complex, like almost like
Oh.
75% of the cars had like a back windshield
Jeez,
out.
Oh my
Man.
god.
It is
That's
fucked. It
insane.
like because there's like no trees covering that area, so they was
Yeah.
like fucked the whole parking lot up.
It was crazy. It just hit.
But it was like 2 seconds of it, like boom, and then it was gone.
Man, I swear to
Yeah.
God, Kyle's got a dome over it because like it's so
Well,
like
a week or
biodome
two ago, yeah, right. Pauly Shore, fucking.
or biosphere,
No, it's like that show,
bio
Wayward Pines.
Wayward Pines.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that with
He-
Matt Dillon. Yeah, I like that
yeah,
shit.
Oh shit. I
That's
hadn't
what
thought about
Kyle
that
reminds
one.
me of.
That's what.
Man,
yeah.
I have no idea how Kyle is that great, but
It's not.
y'all got lucky, man, because people got. I heard like it was even worse in the Round Rock area.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
Like-
he's only paying like $200 a month.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And he's got a backyard.
and-
I do have a
and he
backyard.
They
lives
don't
in a
built that
He
HEB.
lives in a 5-bedroom house.
It's
And he owns a horse for
8
some reason.
stories. It's insane.
Got to get to
Nice.
the HEB.
Yeah, that Kyle mansion.
Mhm.
Goddamn, none of my windows are broken, but my horse got hit in the head. I had to put
Gotta
a
put
bag
him
of ice
down.
on that motherfucker. You know what I'm
Did
saying?
you get to press the button?
Yeah, right.
I did not push the button
Well,
on
what-
that fucking poor
y'all
horse.
don't ever get like severe weather up in Kyle. I was
Not
like,
really, man.
Yeah, I was
it's,
like-
it's kind of shitty. in that
Weird.
way, like because we need it. We
Well, it
need
doesn't come
something.
from the south. Like I feel like a lot of these
No.
weather, like these storms, don't come from the south. They're either going like east west or they're
Yeah.
coming in.
Why is it
like,
always
from the
Austin that
north.
gets this crazy ass hailstorms? You ever like, but once
Well,
every
it's
year
like-
or two, there's always
Yeah.
one crazy
I
ass
think it's
hailstorm.
like God punishing us for having too much fun here.
It's because
Probably.
we're. This is-
I
we
remember
don't
when New
live
Orleans
south
that
enough.
happened. My mom goes Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom
The
and
time was now.
was like,
Silicon
damn.
Valley and Gomorrah.
Like,
That's
oh my
it.
God.
These
It's an
motherfuckers.
place.
Yeah.
And I feel like people feel that about Austin. It's like all you hear about Austin is how fun it is,
Right.
and it's just a party.
Not when
all
you're
the
broke
time.
ass like us.
Well, no, it's still fun. Just
Oh, my bad.
you know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
salty.
So broke ass.
Salty.
Just
Yeah.
salty.
All right, I guess we can go to topics now. I'm sorry. I
That
had to
was a
bring up.
topic.
I had to bring up the hailstorm because it was.
It was a thing. It was a thing.
That was a little bit more like
I was at the
eventful than a
Diggable
topic
Planets.
than
Yeah.
a weekly topic.
I'm at
so.
Diggable Planets, and
Oh,
like
okay.
every single phone went off at the same time with
Oh,
the fucking, you know,
wow.
the big warning.
We got
Hailstorm.
Get it.
Man,
It was
and you were
crazy
just fucking seeing
Got
that old
lucky.
school rap, dude.
Ooh, I know. I was over there going hip hop, hippity hop.
yeah,
hop,
yeah.
You know.
My cat like ran downstairs, and I just had to cradle her. It was so cute.
Aw.
And I like wrapped her in a blanket, and I was just like, she loves me.
Nothing happened to your
No,
car?
she's just scared.
Oh,
No,
you got
no,
trees. You
no,
guys
those
got
trees covered it,
Yeah,
but
that's
the debris, like every branch fell. And
Oh,
so it
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
my whole yard was a fucking nightmare.
God damn. son.
Yeah.
Did y'all lose power anywhere? Or
It, like, shut
I
off
heard
for a
people
second.
losing power was going
and then
on.
come back on. It was like,
Well, I heard like trees were knocking down power. You know how that old myth.
Well, yeah. It's like
See,
ERCOT's
They
been
love
just on the verge
turning
of
off the
turning.
grid. It's like,
Yeah,
turn it off.
they're always on the verge of turning the grid off this entire summer, apparently. They're
I
like-
keep hearing that, but the
Almost
thing, like
us.
another, not to brag about Kyle again.
yeah.
But I live really close to a hospital, so we're on their grid.
oh yeah.
Nah.
So
Nice.
it's like we're fine.
Yeah, you're chilling.
We're
Dude. That was
fine.
like me during the winter
I dare you to
storm.
cut us
Yeah.
I
off.
was living
Yeah.
in South Congress, right by that fucking hospital.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I was like just
You're fine.
chilling, dude.
Ruben,
You're
you
fine.
live in the hospital,
Yes.
so you're good.
They knocked down the crack houses next door.
What?
They
Really?
finally
Yeah.
demolition them down.
Sign of the
Damn, son.
times.
Okay.
I don't know what's. I was like, all the secret treasures of the crack house.
They're gonna
are
put a
gone.
fucking.
Yeah.
They're gonna put like a bougie restaurant or something.
It's
Just
right
wait.
by Central
Trust me, I
Machine
know.
Works.
Yeah, they're gonna
Lives
fucking
on
do
East
something to
Sears
piss you
Highway.
off.
Okay.
And they had this like little complex
I'm hoping
that
for
was
like,
like just a crack den. It was just, and they like shut it down, and people were just like living there in these
for free. Like they weren't even paying the landlady. Like
And they were like trying.
I guess
to
they were
steal
charging
electricity
people still, but you know.
from like his like
Wow.
yard. They
The
used to,
hustle.
it was right
Yeah,
beside.
is
It used
that-
to be Bat City Comics. Did you ever go to that one?
I never went there, but I know what
It
you're
was,
talking
it was a
about.
non-profit comic book
He was
shop.
shooting guns out there all the fucking time
Damn.
at that apartment complex.
I was working.
That's
with
my
a-
neighborhood too.
There's a new Bat City Comics in Austin.
Oh really?
Grand opening Saturday. It's called
What?
Bat City Comics and Games.
Where
But it's
Ah.
not the same. It's not our friends, right?
Interesting.
It's a whole new one. I don't know. Okay,
Wait,
it's-
there's two different.
Bat City moved to
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah. They moved.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So he used to live behind a
Bad
comic
City.
book shop.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then they shut down and they moved.
Friends
to
of the
Florida.
podcast,
They've been on
Bat
the
City
show,
Comics in
Yeah.
Florida, Bradenton, Florida.
Oh,
Shout out to
sir.
them. But second, there's a new shop calling itself Bat City Comics and Games.
Hmm.
The End Games is added onto that, and it's gonna be, on South Mopac. There's like that weird area that you don't really know much about. Like
Yeah,
going
yeah,
down
yeah.
to the Alamo Draft House in the middle of
Oh,
nowhere.
for sure.
for sure.
Yes.
There's like a little shopping center
Yes.
halfway between,
I know exactly what you're
Okay.
talking about.
and I think it's in one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
I know that area.
Kind of in the middle
very
of
well.
nowhere in that intersection of.
If I had a comic book
Interesting.
shop, I would name it Violet Crown Comics.
Nice.
Because there's like five. There's like five.
No, yeah, yeah.
places
No,
called
why not
Violet.
add to the
Yes,
riches?
there
yeah.
are.
This
In
girl was
Austin
like,
alone.
she was like, we should go see a movie soon. And I go, yeah. And she's like, don't you work at Violet Crown? And I was like, no, the bar.
Yeah, the bar.
Right.
Bar, not the-
Right.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was like saying
Violet
that to
Crown's
the
on Lamar? Am I wrong? Where?
The,
The
bar.
bar.
is on East 6th. Yeah.
Oh, I'm completely wrong.
No,
Never
you're
mind.
good.
There's another Violet Crown.
There's another Violet
But
Crown
the
social club, or that
No, there's another bar called Violet Crown, and then there's a tattoo
two
shop.
parlor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
Maybe
call
that's what I'm thinking.
But Violet Crown is what they call Austin because of
Yeah.
our
Because of the
sunset.
sunsets.
That's
I
the
never
Yeah.
knew that.
Yeah.
The sunsets always look kind of
I
purpley.
thought because
Like
we
Sure.
were-
Crown.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah.
sense now, but I just never put that together.
No, for
That's
sure.
what-
It's kind of an old
Oh.
term
Yeah,
too, so
sure.
you don't hear it that often
Yeah,
now.
but yeah,
so
but
it's
that
like
makes sense.
just
All the
Violet
Violet
Crown.
I learned something.
Fun fact.
culture. It's
Every once in a while, I thought like when the hobos set fires, you could see a little purple
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Press the button. It's time to put
Boom.
Fucking
down.
Hobo
Top
fires
of-
are back. Hobo fires are back.
Hey man, I've been missing them.
Man,
Nature's healing, man.
nature
Yeah,
is
yeah,
healing.
yeah. They're coming back.
I like when they show pictures like, look at all the trash they left here. Like, y'all can pick it up, man. Y'all can
Yeah,
For real,
right.
yeah.
Like, you
Do
don't wanna-
something about it.
Gonna take pictures and fucking send it to national magazines. You can sit around and fucking
Yeah.
tag it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Topics.
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 I thought we were already doing topics.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're
What's the
doing
next topic?
Yeah, next topic.
Oh,
Next
well, you said topics like you're saying this is we're doing topics.
Well, that's the transition,
Yeah,
right? Topics.
that's it. Yeah,
but we already did 2 topics before we transitioned into
And then
topics.
you say topics.
But you wanted to make those
Topics.
special, so those weren't topics.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
What?
you don't even remember what it is.
I'm a storyteller, but bro, I'm like Bob Dylan
I
at
just
farming.
free
You know what I'm
flow.
saying? I
Julian.
show up, I
I'll
play 3
push the
songs, I
button.
leave.
It's time to.
I'm muting him.
Time to put it down.
Now I'm gonna get
Put
the
them down.
man. I don't know where to start.
Topics.
Well, I have like a funny. So my buddy Ben, I'm working down in a conference with him right now.
Yeah, I saw that conference, digital something
With
or
the
another.
Digital
Mayor.
360 Summit. Yeah, I saw the mayor.
You and
the
Ads.
ex-mayor.
You and Adler back together again.
We
Just
gotta clip
chilling.
that.
No,
We
I
gotta
know.
get a.
I'll do it.
And we
for
gotta send
show.
it to Austin Hood Classics. Be like my boys
No,
with
I
Adler
know.
and some shit like that.
But yeah, so I'm working with Ben, and he was telling me yesterday he just put out an album. I think like maybe within the last 2 weeks. And,
Yeah.
and he's like always gotten reviewed by the Chronicle, and he was telling me this funny review that they wrote about his shit. I was laughing too hard because I was like, I read some of his previous like reviews from the Chronicle, and I'm like, they were, I guess, like, he's younger, and he was just like kind of putting out a lot of projects. So like when they would review him, they'd be like, yeah, he's like everywhere. These beats are good. Like, just kind of like
being nice.
yeah. So they all very nice. We finish at the conference. We go to the square yesterday, and he's just like immediately like moping on the bar. And I'm just like,
no.
"What's up, dude?" And he was like, "I'm just thinking of this review that the Chronicle wrote about me." And I was like, "What'd they say, dude?" All this fucking like compliment and then backhanding.
Sure.
Dude, literally like every sentence. It was like, yeah, he plays a lot, but he always wears Wu-Tang shirts that are like too big for him or like not too tight for him and shit. I was like, God damn, dude.
That's yeah.
Yeah, they're like, these beats are cool, but I
He
feel like
smells.
he's sampled these kind of beats before. I'm like, God damn, dude. Like,
I've always felt the Austin Chronicle is out of touch with certain things, and one of them has always been hip hop. Like they've tried to do little articles, they try to reach out, they try to pretend like we're. I get it, Austin. We love everybody. We're
not really a big
ethnically-
hip hop city.
Yeah,
Either,
yeah, we
so.
aren't.
Sure.
And I feel like the people that work there are more indie rock, obviously, or whatever. And they don't. I don't know. I just feel like anything they do about hip hop, I always kind of with a grain of salt because they don't really know how to truly.
Review.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I
why
get
it's all
it.
like
you
backhanded and it's all like kind of positives too because they don't know if it's. good or
No, for
bad.
sure. I mean, that just got me worried because I was like, man, shit, dude. I was going to maybe try to send our shit to them and see if they'd be down to talk about us. But now I'm like, let's not do that. Who knows what they'd say about
I'm all
us?
about
dude.
the Chronicle dissing us, like it dissed them back,
Yeah.
Badge
We
of
have like
honor.
a feud with the Chronicle.
know
No
me,
such
Yeah,
thing
man.
as bad press.
You know me,
ladies
I'm
and
all about shit talking
No
to
such thing as
fucking
bad
Austin.
press.
Man, we
fucking-
can do
Brent
it. We
Alton
can do
made
it.
the cover for his band Fuck Money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's like one of our goals now is we want
It's
to
a
be on
great
the
title.
cover. So let's
Yeah.
try to get on the cover first.
Yeah, they
and
give
then-
us the cover, but then in the article, it's just front hand, back hand.
Right.
Man, it's so classic Chronicle, man. They're always
I
a
know.
little bit off beat.
See, that's what I was telling him. Man. He was like, man, this shit got me so fucked up. Like, I don't know why though. And I was like, yeah, dude, why? Like,
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know.
get
Like,
Sablov.
I mean,
I'm trying to get Sablov on the podcast.
Pod,
soon.
okay.
let
kinda
me
talk
be
ab-
here, please.
Yeah.
Listen to him and talk about like his time with them and walking away and
Mm.
maybe walking back and forth. I don't know. Sablov.
Yeah.
His character anyway. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna try to get him on here and talk movies
That'd be fun.
with him, obviously,
Yeah, let's
yeah.
get the Chronicle to roast us.
because he was
Like,
like
I
one of.
thought you were talking about David Zaslav for a second.
No, it's
I was
about Mark
like, let me
Sablov,
punch him in
the
face.
old
No, I have no idea who that is.
You know
No,
who Mark
no, I know
Sablov
Mark
is?
Sablov.
I don't think so.
Mark Sablov was the #1 film critic in Austin for like 25 years.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And he worked for the Chronicle, and he was always real bold. You know, what I mean?
Oh.
like he would diss something or he would like it, and he was not.
Okay. There's
he's
no
not
in
a-
between.
He was like none of that suck ass shit. Like
I see some good quality in here. Nah.
who was that one dude who was touching chicks? That's fat. from
What?
Austin.
Oh, Harry.
Yeah, Harry
Oh,
Knowles.
Harry Knowles.
Knowles.
Well, like that
Right.
dude's a
Cool
suck
news.
ass. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like he would suck up to people and do
Oh,
shit.
sure.
Like his reviews sucked. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
Terrible
Because
writer,
Savlon would be
piece
like,
of
man,
shit,
like
yeah.
he would love a director, but he would still be like, that sucks. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Got you. He was just honest.
Did he write
Yes.
for the
There you go.
Statesman?
No, he wrote for the Chronicle.
Okay, yeah.
I
I
'cause
think they
remember
fired him
Mike
maybe, or he quit. He went back again. I don't know. He's been off and on for 100 million years there.
Mm.
But Savlon was like the man, and he liked
Yeah.
when he liked something, he liked it. You know, no matter if it was against the grain.
Sure.
Well,
And
let's
it's
just
funny
send our
because
shit
a
to
lot of the
him
shit he
then.
liked. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get him to come on the show and talk
There you
about
go.
it because he's the old Austin. He went to UT. He was here doing the punk rock '80s stuff with like Tim Kerr.
Oh,
and
that
all
would be
that
cool.
Oh, dope, dude, dope.
And like he wrote for the Chronicle. So he was like writing as a film critic for the Chronicle, probably from like '80s to like the zeros.
That's
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
And fucking
What a
Savlon was just like,
crazy time to witness too.
yeah. And like I said, he was there for like all the bullshit Austin things that kind of
Yeah.
popped up, like Robert Rodriguez and Linklater and
Oh,
all that.
sure.
And, you know, he's seen it. You know, he's
That's cool.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. But he's also kind of doesn't, you know,
Doesn't
he's
give a
not
shit anymore, maybe.
He didn't give
Oh,
a
for
shit back
sure.
then either. That's the best thing about him. Like I
Yeah.
said, he was never a suck ass trying to be famous. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He didn't like fucking.
Local film critics.
He didn't parlay for shit really. You know.
Yeah.
That's
Next
good. That's
topic.
good.
Oh, you have a topic?
Yeah.
Are you gonna talk now?
Yeah. So this is in Austin. These are
The
Texas
ghost
related.
of the podcast is back.
Texas related.
Okay.
But
Texas
recently,
related.
a Jack in the Box employee shot at a family over some curly fries. So now the
What?
family's like suing them.
But what's the conflict?
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Why?
Give me
So they-
specifics.
It was late
Did
night.
they upgrade?
And Jack in the Box, the one by my house is pretty ruthless.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
sure.
dude. They'll fucking
But,
put like a pallet in
but
front
they're
of the
like-
drive-through.
Yeah, and then there'll be like somebody like shooting up, and like there's always that like little corner.
yeah, yeah.
That you like, why is there a corner here? Like,
Yeah.
when you're, like right in between.
In between the call box and the actual
Yeah.
drive-through. Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, they just messed up on their order,
yeah. Okay.
and they were over like curly fries. They're like, we don't want these curly fries. They taste terrible, and they threw the curly fries at it.
Okay.
And the lady,
Oh,
had,
listen.
fuck,
the lady
dude.
had a gun.
Oh my
Got-
god.
Not doing this, yeah, in
Wow.
Houston. And
Oh,
before we got-
shit.
and she started shooting at him, like just to scare them off.
Yeah, as the car's
Like,
driving
get
away,
outta
just
here.
like
It's
popping
like,
their
shh.
trunk.
And now they're like suing.
Yeah,
it
well,
was
I
just
mean,
like,
she
Wait,
has
the family
expected.
suing Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
Damn.
And she shot at them like critters. You like
Yeah.
get them critters out.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey.
I
if
don't
you-
know. Throwing that shit back into the store. I'm not saying it's justified. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, but that's a
But
yeah.
when
that's
you
a
do
bit
that,
much,
that's like-
dude.
You're on. It's
Man.
on then, right?
Well, because
Yeah.
that's technically assault, you know. In a
Sure.
certain way, if you throw something at
Yeah,
somebody,
assault.
it's like
Yeah, you
assault.
gotta assault those curly fries.
I swear.
Yeah, they were
But, like,
assaulted by not
The
receiving.
fact that
by
I
curly
didn't see
fries.
Joey setting up that bullshit joke. Is
I
like,
know,
this hurts
I
me
know.
more.
No, I was waiting for it.
I know you were. You're all like, I
It's
see you
like,
cringing, all smiling, like fucking my precious, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker
But like
is crazy.
working in fucking customer service or service industry for so good,
Trust me,
so
I'm there.
long.
Yeah.
I'm still there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like somebody did that shit. I mean, I wouldn't pull a gun on them, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at the point in my life where I would certainly yell.
Yeah,
And be
yeah.
like,
I
fuck
think
this
COVID
job,
gave us
fuck
like a
you.
reason to like be like speak our mind, kind of. So
Yeah,
like now, like
yeah.
servers are like, you can't talk to me like that. Like
We're
yeah,
not
like,
gonna
instead of,
take
like,
it.
Okay, yeah.
I've been
Right.
watching
I'm
The
gonna
Bear.
do
You
it.
can't be talking back to me. or-
Yeah.
like-
Right, right.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
restaurant like
I'm
that.
a New York
I like
server,
The
dude.
Bear, so now I wear like greasy white T-shirts.
I only drink out of like Tupperware containers.
Right, right. I noticed that in the
because I don't
second
have any
season
glasses
especially. That's all they
ever.
drink out
Yeah,
of.
Tupperware containers.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
Me and The Bear. That's my friend.
Next topic.
Next up.
So, so San Marcos is trying to do a ban on cans at the river and the parks and stuff.
Well,
Oh.
they don't. People be littering. People.
yeah, that's
But is it the
valid.
same idea
Yeah,
of like
so they're
banning
trying to
like
ban-
bottles and glass
Well,
and stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
I guess
much.
like the tubing scene.
Well, they
Yeah,
hate the,
right.
the bottles because of broken glass.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Obviously.
But I
Yeah.
mean,
But I guess the cans, you can step on a can, cut your foot too.
or it's just,
Definitely.
you know.
It's probably the salamanders too. It's killing the salamanders.
The otters?
Remember the glass bottom boats? You could like go. You can get
Whoa,
on a glass
whoa,
boat.
whoa.
Well,
you ain't
San
gotta bring
Marcos
up
is
old
like
San
super
Marcos to me.
clean still. So
I
like,
call it San Marvelous.
Nah.
San Marvelous.
Have you ever seen Nutria
In
What?
general?
Yeah.
And yeah.
in
I'm
the
like
wild
eighth-
with
oh,
your own
no.
eye?
I call them.
Oh, the
With
big
the-
ass
or
like,
like a
rodents?
You mean a
Yeah.
nuisance?
Yes.
Nutria.
No.
Yeah,
No,
nuisance.
I've never
They,
seen
they
that.
are freaky
No.
as shit.
They're scary.
Mammals of an ordinary size or whatever.
Yeah. That's
It's like
crazy.
a beaver bear,
Yeah.
Geek.
It's like a big beaver rat.
like beaver rat bear,
Or a
I'd
swimming
rather not interact
beaver
with them.
rat.
man bear.
I see nutrias. They're wild. In the wild.
Is it like a chupacabra?
Nah, not that wild.
Hmm.
but pretty wild.
Like Mothman.
That's the prophecy.
But yeah,
big.
Mothman stands on 2 feet, right?
Yeah.
Man, every once in a while you see a baby
Like
skunk in the
skinwalkers?
wild, and I
Right.
guarantee you don't realize how dangerous that little son of a bitch is.
Oh
That's all I'm
yeah,
gonna say
dude.
to you.
No, for
Oh.
sure. For
It ruined
sure.
Christmas for the whole
Oh,
family.
and recently, a family got attacked by a gang of pigs in the town that
What?
I live in, Kingsland.
What?
I'm so sick of
Like-
y'all getting attacked by pigs out
Is
there.
it like boars?
Yeah, it's like they're not hogs,
no,
right?
There,
Like-
there are hogs out there. No, this family was raising pigs and it got busted out. And
What?
jailbreak?
attacked a
God
a
damn,
family.
son.
See, that's one thing in Kyle. It's legal to shoot boars, and they
Oh,
actually
yeah,
they
yeah,
pay
yeah.
you to do it.
And
Yeah.
Mexicans.
Yeah, right.
I guess
That law's
what?
changed.
Well,
That law's
yeah.
changed.
Kyle, man. 30 years
Look, I
behind,
seen
huh?
Babe and Babe in the City.
Pig in the City.
Pig in the City. So you know what? I'm
Isn't
on
it
their
crazy
side.
the same director that did that movie did Mad Max?
Yes.
George
And
Miller.
Happy
Road
Feet. You're
Warrior,
like-
all that stuff. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he's like a
dude.
genius,
He's
right?
done
he wanna-
everything.
But he,
It's like-
but he won an Oscar for Happy Feet.
Yes, he did. He sure did.
It's
This is
probably the
crazy.
movie that's made the most money.
It is crazy. I
That's
can't
like-
lie.
Feet?
That's just because they
Yes.
felt bad.
Does
dude.
he have an EGOT?
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
he writes music.
I don't think he does. Because he might have an
'cause you
Emmy,
need a Tony.
maybe.
You need a Tony.
You need a Tony,
Oh.
yeah.
He's from
Or-
Australia
or
too,
an
so you
Grammy.
know.
I think Whoopi Goldberg.
He
has
might
an
have got the
think
EGOT
she
from
does, yeah.
Australia, whatever that might be called. You know,
Yeah.
Say that again?
An
an
Aussie?
Australian EGOT.
An
Oh,
Aussie?
sure. An Aussie. Shit.
Because you know he's most
Where's
of his work,
my award?
Australian. Yeah. Well, yeah, he
his
is
earlier
Aussie.
stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know. That's insane. But we love Babe Pig in the City.
Well,
all right,
yeah.
back to
well, I grew
Yeah.
up in like Kingsland and stuff out there. They do hog hunt, and they always tell you if you see a hog, because they're territorial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know. Texas
tree.
most wanted up
Like
in here,
jump,
dude.
get in it. So if you see a hog coming at you, get up in a tree.
Climb a tree. Okay.
I see a bobcat coming, brother. You better jump in that. Nope, don't
No,
jump in that
don't
tree.
jump in the tree,
Cause
no.
No, you got little treats. Got little treats.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I heard for bobcats, you just gotta like stunt. You know, you come up and you're just like,
You
hey,
just-
hey,
You
hey.
just come at me, bro.
You know,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
problem with that is if it works, then you're cool.
I
But if
start-
it doesn't work, everyone's laughing at you. Like,
Nah,
that
no.
stupid motherfucker started
Well,
on that
that's
block.
Well,
actually-
yeah, and he's dead.
And we ran, of course.
See,
'cause
that's
what we
actually
do.
how they tell you to handle mountain lions. For the people that live in LA, they're like, if you seeing a mountain lion on a hike in like Runyon Canyon or some shit, like go up to them and yell.
Oh, there's a
because-
bunch of those mountain lions
yeah,
out there.
I've seen those videos. It's like
'Cause they
it's
built
like
that bridge,
crazy,
you
dude.
know?
They'll actually
Yeah.
run away.
Oh yeah,
That
that
land
goes
bridge?
above.
Yeah.
Above like the highway or
So
whatever.
now they can go back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
forth into the
I know, dude.
Silver
Well,
Lake area,
it's-
whatever, you know?
Especially for Cali, it's kind of dumb because they went through a whole area where they killed every single grizzly bear in the state because they killed people. So it's like now they're like, let's build a land bridge so the mountain lions
So
can
it's
come.
easier for everyone. Yeah.
But they wouldn't have
feed
done that. They would
There
have.
was the crazy time.
But they were gonna.
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
down to
yeah.
like 30
Yeah.
or something, and until they did that, that was only because
Yeah.
the females are on this side. And the
Jeez,
men were-
man.
Well, it's all about conservation these days.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
The condor. You ain't gonna tell me because.
They're bringing back the mammoth. Did you guys hear about that? I'm not even joking.
No, I heard about this.
Yeah,
The what?
But I know
They
they've
got the
seen at
DNA,
least
they're trying to
one.
Jurassic Park it.
Haven't
So,
they
yeah,
seen
they're gonna
one
put-
Jurassic Park by now?
There's
Just one of them.
There's
Dude,
6 of them.
it's crazier than you think. They're gonna implant the egg of the mammoth into an elephant,
Yes.
and the elephant's gonna birth a mammoth.
I mean, I
And
guess
then-
that makes sense. The
Isn't it-
closest DNA, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
That's fucking insane.
they got to do it to 2 of them though. They got to do it twice in order to like bring back the mammoths, right? Like they got to make a boy and a
If
girl.
that's what they're actually trying to do.
I think that's what they're about
Let's
to do.
try to
It's like-
That
hybrid
sounds
elephant
insane.
and mammoths.
I know. It's like
I get it. No, I don't get it.
I know.
I don't get it.
It's like you think
Let's
you can
study what we got.
understand, but yeah.
We don't need to like
How much
recreate
Ridley Scott
it.
movies have
Exactly.
you seen? Okay.
Fucking yeah, right.
Shit, dude.
Have you
like-
played God recently?
Yeah, how did it go? I guarantee you it wasn't well.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
God.
can't believe. I was
That's
reading. I was
crazy.
reading about that, and I was thinking the whole time, like, man, this is gonna be wild. when
Jurassic
that
Park.
woolly
It
mammoth
was great. I
fucking
was
us
actually
up.
just in New York like
Mhm.
last week, and we went to the whatever museum, the Natural
National.
History.
Yeah.
And I mean, the gigantic skeleton of a mammoth, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to be next to that in
Right.
real life.
Right.
You know the
Like-
Colombian mammoths that are found in Texas were bigger than woolly mammoths.
I believe
Really?
it.
Have you been to Waco to the
Yeah, there's
Yes.
like a
Colombian
Yeah,
park.
mammoth?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was a kid. It's been a long time. But
Dude,
yeah.
no,
They
yeah.
got a couple
Dino
of
Park.
skeletons in their little dig down there.
That's always one of the like coolest things about dinosaurs that I loved when I grew up was like
Wake
in
up.
Texas we got a lot of dinosaur
I heard
bones.
mammoth
Yeah.
tusks is an
T-Rex.
aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
We got like
I've never been to the Perot Museum, but I heard they got a whole bunch of like
Yeah.
full on.
It's wild,
full
man.
skeletons
What
there.
what did it used to be called? What, Pangea?
yeah,
When it
yeah,
was
yeah.
all just fucking one.
And then we were like under
Don't
an
let me start
ocean at
crying.
one point.
Don't make me start flashback into Pangea, fool. God damn, it was good times.
We could be so
Yeah.
close to one another.
I know. We're splitting apart.
Pangea had us all living there, holding
know,
hands,
man.
Beatles songs. It was great, man.
Kumbaya, dude. Kumbaya.
It was better.
Pangea.
It
That was the
better.
Do
first
you have any more
music festival.
topics?
I got plenty. If you, we
We're
can
done
rock
with
and roll.
topics.
We're
Let's
done
get
with
right
Let's
in.
do
Let's
a
go.
top. Should we do a topic speed run real quick? Just what happened?
Please.
All right, you, and then back and forth.
What?
If for
What
however
if
many you
maybe
get.
we're out. Maybe we won't.
No,
have a
I'm
topic.
saying we're done with topics.
Oh,
We didn't
okay.
get
You guys
right.
actually don't
We
have
got
any
a
more
great
topics.
guest. We got a great. No, we have. I have tons.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I got
I
plenty.
We
got
got to
plenty.
get to our guests though.
I'm saying we got a good guest today. We,
Have you introduced the guest?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah,
Y'all
we introduced
did
him, so.
actually
Yeah.
skip
Oh, yeah.
over his name earlier.
Oh,
So
it's
I got a list
Yeah,
of
y'all were just like,
collider
he's gonna
articles
be-
I want you to write.
Yeah, yeah.
You want me to write? Okay.
He was on the
Should we
pod,
say it?
blah blah blah.
I
Should we
want
say
you
it
to
all at
do.
once?
I want you to do
Okay,
a
okay.
listicle ranking Punishers.
the 3, or the live action ones?
Yes.
Oh.
Ah.
There's 4 with Dolph Lundgren, Thomas Jane.
My favorite
But
is Robert,
the
Oh,
Jedi.
oh,
and then
oh, oh,
Jordan.
John Bernthal.
Yeah.
and then my last favorite is Hunt
Robert John Hines.
and
Oh, good
Friends.
point.
And
And
Friends.
Those are my favorite Punishers.
Okay.
Who like
okay.
movies?
So we introing
That
the
like- yeah.
guest.
I don't even know. I think
Or-
we
Hey,
introed the
let's do it.
guest.
3, 2, 1.
Robert-
RJ.
Robert Jordan.
Robert Jordan.
Hunt,
Hunt.
and
I was about to
Friends.
say RJH.
RJH.
Works.
Yeah.
That works. It still
So
works.
we
Do
have
people
Robert
think
Jordan
that
Hunt
you a
on the-
wrestler because you go by RJH?
Yes.
Okay.
That's badass.
Oh,
Thank you.
You should go by RRR.
Like the movie?
Yeah.
RRR.
Have you seen it?
Actually,
It's a
no.
masterpiece.
I-
Oh
I've
my
heard it's a-
God, it's
Well,
so
actually, I've seen the first like 15 minutes because like it was John Valley who was just like, you just gotta fucking see this.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
mesmerized.
It is
it's
3 hours
wild.
long though.
Right.
So you gotta be.
prepared.
Yeah, you can't have like, oh, I gotta go to
And
work
it's
or
almost
something.
like
You know what I mean?
you're like, is this good? Is this bad? But then you're just like, it's a ride.
But you
It's
just let
fun.
it overtake
It's just
you.
fun.
I've heard nothing but good things. I know Hyperreal just did like they showed it at Paramount, and I was very sad I couldn't
Yeah.
see it.
All right, if you're gonna do an action movie, you gotta have 3 things: badass fucking special effects,
Or practical
homoeroticism,
All right.
Ooh.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah, yeah.
all right,
Top
all right.
Gun.
Go on.
We got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
and
Point Break.
Point
you
Break.
gotta save like
We can talk about that.
you
Let's
gotta
Mission
save
Impossible.
you gotta save a child or children, in this, all
Sure.
of this movie.
It has it
Yeah.
all.
They gotta
Okay,
save that
okay.
little girl
And
for the
you have to
village
have
because
a-
the village they took the
And a
little girl
great
for the
dance
village.
number.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
montage scene is
Like
cool.
there's
Montage
plenty,
is
there's plenty of
crucial.
scenes with
Jean-Claude-
no shirts
Jean-Claude
on,
Van
and they're
Damme,
like
yeah.
wrestling each other. You don't know why, but it doesn't make
What is
sense.
it?
but
Showdown
works
in Little
well.
Tokyo, where Brandon Lee tells Dolph Lundgren how much he appreciates his dick. He says, "You've got the most beautiful dick I've ever seen on a man, or the
All right,
biggest."
clip it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
No, this is gonna be like our guest today is Robert Jordan.
Robert
Hunt.
Jordan
Yeah.
Hunt knows
Brandon
dick.
Lee loves Dolph
He has
Lundgren's
a
dick.
Didn't he say he has a good dick?
He did.
Yeah, it's either right in your face or it's all about the fact that you're watching a movie about like this super masculine hero just fucking
Yeah.
tearing shit up, and every dude that
Hopefully
watches
with
it's
the
like,
shirt off.
dude, this shit is badass. I fucking
There was a
love this
time in
shit."
America where every damn action movie was pretty much the same
Well,
fucking plot.
Absolutely.
So
And then John Wick kind of switched it up a little bit.
the
I guess, or
Expendables
whatever.
4 came out this week, and it
Oh,
bombed
what?
terribly.
Horribly.
And they're saying, and so a
It
lot
might
of
be
people
good,
writing
though.
articles saying this is the death of
Maybe.
the old action.
No,
Oh, that's dumb.
dude,
No, I
yeah,
don't believe that
That,
shit.
that was, I think,
That would be
Variety said that,
devastating.
Sure.
dude.
Well, that's just. I mean,
That's just like a
look,
broad.
variety
That's
is-
clickbait.
Yeah.
exactly. It's
That's-
clickbait. I don't.
No, I
believe-
like the idea. That's never gonna die. They'll always make cheesy action movies.
I agree.
That's forever.
But like these old, like the old guys.
Oh, you mean like
Oh,
oh,
those guys.
Well,
like
maybe.
like
Maybe
Stallone,
not.
Yeah, like Stallone,
Lundgren.
yeah.
I think
Harrison Ford.
Statham's going to be around for a while.
Did you watch the Schwarzenegger Netflix show?
No, I heard it was
dude,
great.
Yeah,
That
I
looked
heard
good
it
to
was
me,
good.
but I didn't see it.
I
either.
feel like with those older guys, it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, they're gonna say like, oh, they're never gonna be able to do another movie again. But it's like, all right, but like, are we asking these guys whether or not they want to do a movie at 80? Like, you know what I mean?
I think
it's
some of
like-
those guys do.
I mean,
Yeah,
no, some
like,
of them
I
do,
mean-
but I was like, I know that some of them probably.
is Steven
don't.
Seagal
So
in
it's
like Russia making movies right now?
Actually,
Oh,
that's
hell yeah.
that's a. I wonder.
I want to say
actually.
this though. I mean, I like John
Wesley
Cena. I
Snipes,
can
like-
watch John
I
Cena,
like John Cena a
playing
lot.
the action role.
Or
that
the
this-
comedic
from
role.
that.
See,
Yeah.
John Cena's somebody. He's an action
Drew
star.
Blockers was good.
It was really funny, and
Fucking
he was funny in
The
funny.
it.
original title for that movie was called Cock
Blockers, yes,
Yeah.
and a better title.
Yeah, I love the title.
Well, they put like a little rooster
Right,
and then
right,
blockers.
right.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
'Cause-
I get it.
Yeah.
That was a
because
very
I think
funny
because
movie.
they got I don't know why the studio did that to them, but whatever. It was still fucking good.
Yes,
I love that
agree.
movie.
I agree.
It was nobody appreciated.
But
That girl
John
was
C,
hilarious.
He's one of the newer guys. We're talking about the old guys.
I know, but I'm saying that these are new guys making the old guy movies.
Yeah,
sure.
The new,
Yeah.
Totally.
the new old guys. Yeah.
They're making the same type of movie.
You know what?
For sure.
They're one of the most, one of the biggest. What's the term? When it should have gone great and it didn't. Fix it in post, okay?
Yeah.
Anyways, no, like the rundown with The Rock. You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger, at the beginning of the movie, he passes him in a hallway and he goes, "Have fun."
Yes.
It should have been a great passing the
Oh,
torch.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then, and for a minute, The Rock was doing those kind of action movies, and then it was Disney, and now it's
Do you see the Rock
Somebody-
movie
yeah.
where he was like Billy Jack?
Oh,
Walking Tall.
That was
That was
fucking
yeah,
good.
dude, I
a
love
remake,
Walking
too.
Tall, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't
No, I
know
know it
that.
was a Billy Jack movie.
Well,
No.
Wasn't the original Billy
there's
Jack?
a ri- there's
The
there's a
original-
remake.
It was called
Yeah.
Walking Tall.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought the actor from
And
Billy
then-
Jack was
and
in
then
it.
they-
No, it was
After that, they started doing direct-to-video
John
sequels
Voight?
with the guy from
Sorbo,
Sorbo, yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Sorbo,
Ah.
Did Walking
Walking Tall.
Hercules,
Yeah.
and God
but
is
but
dead.
The Rock's Walking
Yeah.
Tall, I guess, is the one I'm
Right.
talking about.
Yeah,
that was
that
good. It was,
Knoxville.
yeah, it was great.
It was really fun.
fucking great. I also
Isn't it-
like the
That's what back in the day, The Rock was doing okay.
the other Johnny Knoxville was Schwarzenegger when they're cops.
The Last Stand.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Really
that movie's
fun.
awesome.
But
That was-
you know, yeah, that
That's
was
like a
just
Korean
good
director
That's
that-
just a great
yeah.
director.
Exactly.
First time American director. Yeah.
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 And also Schwarzenegger was just, I can't say young enough, but it was
It worked.
it worked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I thought it was
worked.
fun.
I agree.
And Knoxville's great in
completely.
it. Knoxville's great in a lot of stuff. But
I
it's-
love Knoxville.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We love.
Well, Jackie
Old action
Chan,
stars.
Jackie Chan, they have a movie that came out on Netflix.
With
I think-
John Cena.
John Cena. Have you
I heard
heard
about
Oh,
that.
okay.
No.
Yeah.
So it's like this movie that I guess they filmed
Years ago.
5 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Something long. And they finally they just put
It
it
just
out on
finally got
Netflix.
out. Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, it's Jackie
I heard it's
Chan,
fun
yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Well, here,
Like-
Jackie does his own stunts, so it's a different world.
Where's Rush Hour 3 though?
for him?
They're
It's
working-
out.
they're
It
working-
came,
Oh,
Rush Hour
four.
3 came
Yeah.
out.
Wait,
you're
wait,
talking
you're-
about four.
four.
Yeah.
They're working on
Rush
it.
Hour 3 came out. A
Where,
decade
yeah,
ago.
where's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Jackie's just.
Shanghai Noon 3? You know?
Right.
Ah,
I
dude,
feel
I would
like
love
Jackie's
that
so
one. I love that
old
one.
at this point.
Shanghai Days.
It's tough, you know.
There's Shanghai Noon. there's
Shanghai 3
Nights.
o'clock. Hi.
What would be the next one? Shanghai.
Days
Thunder.
or afternoon.
Yeah.
Or something.
Shanghai.
Well,
I mean, I would
Leap
watch
year?
Jackie and
Shanghai
Owen
leap
Wilson
year?
again.
Yeah, definitely.
I would.
Owen
They-
Wilson's
I
a
don't see Owen
cheeseball.
Wilson in that much anymore. I feel like.
I agree.
He slowed down after his suicide attempt, remember?
No, I
do
didn't know
remember
He's
that.
still
that.
around. He like
He was in
He's still
Loki.
making movies, yeah.
he did
Oh, I
he did
didn't-
like
Oh,
yeah,
the Jennifer Lopez movie too.
yeah,
Marry
yeah,
Me.
yeah.
and he plays like a kid superhero movie.
Oh, that was on like Paramount Plus or
Yeah.
whatever. I didn't watch
So
it.
so
but
he does a lot of like kind
he's
of
getting
like
his cashing
like
those checks.
streaming.
Yeah.
He makes money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see,
yeah.
maybe that's my thing is like, especially with movies these days. Like, I don't watch as many movies in the theaters, and I haven't been able to catch as many movies
COVID
on
fucked
streaming.
everything up, man.
either,
Because there's so much.
I know. It's like
It's
every
too
platform
fucking
has their
much.
own movies
Yeah.
too. So it's like it's hard to keep
So
up.
if you're
It
sitting there
is.
on Netflix and Prime, like right now, and then this is my problem, I don't have Apple Plus. And there's
Sure.
like 4 or 5 really good movie/TV shows on Apple Plus that people are telling me you need to watch. This is
Yeah.
fucking great fucking content.
Yeah.
But I'm broke ass, so I can't
Right.
watch the Apple Plus stuff. But my mind is one day when I get Apple Plus and drop Netflix, whatever, I'm gonna watch all that stuff
Sure.
that I haven't had a chance to watch.
That's actually what my mom does. They'll
Yeah.
get a platform for
Just kinda
X amount of
marathon it
time,
and then-
yeah, and then they'll cancel it for 6 months, and then
Because
Mm.
Apple
move to
Plus
the
has
next
got like
one.
that Seth Rogen, Harrison Ford psychiatrist show that's
Oh
supposed
well,
to be fucking
that's Jason
badass.
Segel.
Oh, my bad.
Shrink, very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's good. That one's
Okay.
It
fun.
is
Seth
so
Rogen's
good.
got the one with Rose Byrne on it.
That is also very
That's
good.
what I'm saying. All that Apple
Yeah,
Plus
those
shit's
are good.
killing,
Really
you
good.
know?
And
Nice.
I was gonna check out Mosquito Coast because I recently watched.
Oh, the Harrison Ford one.
I watched the Harrison Ford one, but now Justin Theroux has a
Mhm.
show.
Yeah.
And his uncle was the one that wrote the book.
Oh, I
the
didn't realize
original,
that.
Yeah,
Damn.
so I thought that was
Oh,
kind of cool.
What an interesting guy
Yeah.
Justin Theroux is.
And, well,
Wrote
he-
Iron Man
Dude,
2
weird
and
as
Tropic Thunder. Like,
yeah,
what the
and
fuck?
then
Wow.
he's cousins with the documentarian, Justin Theroux, that did
Wait,
like
what?
he's the cousins with the guy that did my Scientology movie. It's a big documentarian. That's his they're like cousins.
like Going Clear. He did
Mhm.
that movie.
Oh, okay.
Not
that's-
going
Damn.
clear. It's called My Scientology Movie.
Oh,
He's kind
oh.
of like Michael, like Michael Moore. He makes kind of like comedic, like
Oh, okay.
like political movies.
Here-
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a big like documentarian.
Yeah.
That's
The
why I
other
watch
one on
shows.
Apple Plus is I think it's called Cha Cha
Real smooth.
Dance. Real Smooth. Yes.
I've heard of that one.
I think Dakota's
Actually, my
in
wife
it.
watched
You
it.
know I love Dakota.
Dakota Johnson?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I love her.
She doesn't give a fuck. Also,
I
she'll
love
fucking
her.
call people out on national television in the best way.
Cause she like old school bunny, you know what I mean? Like her
Yeah,
parents
Don
both actors,
Johnson,
you know.
Melanie
She don't give a
Griffin.
shit.
She
She
doesn't
grew
give
up
a
in fame,
shit.
you know. Like I've been fame.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I'm
So
fine.
Let's
whatever.
get into it. So
Yes.
you have 2 podcasts.
I do.
Boom.
So one's very famous. Is my very famous?
No, it's very famous movie podcast.
the
that I
very
do.
famous. Is there?
There's
a
no
the?
the.
No
It's
the.
just
Just
very
very
famous.
Will you quit
Very
putting a
movie
V in there?
podcast.
Very. So it's very famous. Okay.
Very famous.
Oh, there.
Very
Famous.
famous. All right.
movie
sorry.
podcast with John Valley and Sean Robb.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's my podcast, RJH and Friends, like movies.
Hell yeah.
And so the first podcast is you and your.
Why
friends
haven't we
talking
been
about-
on the RJH and
I
Friends?
know, man. I
My
fucked
bad,
up.
my bad.
So the first one
I
is
fucked
you and your
up.
friends talking about
Whatever.
movies.
Movies
whatever.
in general.
I think I listened to the one. It was the Fast
10?
X. Yeah, Fast X.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was
was a fun
because
ride.
we finally broke the movie was good, but we broke John Valley's brain because he didn't. He'd always be like the curmudgeon when it came to like big budget dumb blockbusters.
yeah.
Where Sean and I are like, just turn your brain off and watch it. He was like,
I cannot.
He's
I
like,
cannot.
he couldn't. The Fast X broke him, and he was
Oh,
like, I
really?
get it now. Just,
I think we broke him when he was on the show. we were talking about KFC had this perfume. And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what are y'all talking about? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
It's-
I thought I was on
is
here
that the
to
one
talk
where you go
about
to
movies.
space?
no, that's 9.
No,
Yeah, that's
Not
not
bad.
Yeah. X had Momoa, Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah, he plays a
Yeah.
good character.
He was funny.
I think I
He-
like 9 better than.
Wasn't Jason Momoa like kind
I
of
mean,
that's- I
flamboyant?
get
in that
it.
one,
Yeah,
too?
yeah. He's
Yeah.
playing like a over the top character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. It's like.
I saw an interview with him. He was like, I guess he kind of did that on his own
Oh,
because
really?
they wanted him to be like a tough guy. Like, he was like,
Yeah.
man, I would have played like this with like paint my fingernails,
Man.
and wear like a boa or whatever the fuck.
It stood out. I mean, it was a nice change of pace. That
No,
franchise.
Yeah, I think he
did
did. I
something
think he
different.
really. He was talking about it. Like I could have done it like what they want. I was like, I'm gonna do the character like this. And they're like,
Well, like he would have done it, and it would have been fine, but nobody
Yeah.
would have been talking about it.
Exactly.
But like now, because he did this weird fucking thing.
People are like talking about his character.
because he's like
Right.
he's like fucking
Which-
funny. Like
No, I
he
know.
is.
They should have got like Carrot Top in there or something. You know?
I would watch it
Yeah.
in a
How
heartbeat.
dare
like
you.
somebody that's like real.
That would
just,
actually
like,
be frightening.
Just like because he has like eyeliner, and he's still muscular, and he's like 60, and you're just like, who is
Yeah,
this
man.
But he got the lip filler. It's all weird.
That's what it would be scary. That's what I mean.
That's what I'm
I would
saying.
watch
It'd
it.
be a good.
It would be
it'd
frightening.
Be a good,
But
or
he
maybe
looked
a
like
James
that one
Bond, the
dude,
new
it-
James Bond villain, where it's like
Oh
real
my
campy,
God.
you know.
Him and It fight. It'd be like, this clown's your ugly mom.
I can't imagine a fight with Carrot
And you
Top
have
with
your other
anybody.
podcast,
Clown core.
RJH and Friends.
Like movies.
Like
Why haven't we
movies.
even been on this motherfucker?
And that
Because I'm an
podcast
idiot.
is each guest talks about their favorite movie or just
Or just a movie of their choosing. Because
Okay.
the idea is,
Beastmaster.
how can you just pick one movie, come back a million times,
Jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
and talk
yeah.
about different movies? Because also it depends on your mood. It depends on what you feel like talking about.
I honestly
Yeah.
feel
but
that
it's the guest.
people who have like one favorite movie, I can never be that way. I've always
Depends
have
on the day.
I have a
man.
rotating
Yeah.
cast. How I'm feeling. Yeah.
I've got one.
Exactly.
I've got an answer that I like when somebody asks. Is like I have one answer that'll just say,
Yeah.
whatever. That's Die Hard with a Vengeance. But
Nice.
it's like, it's not necessarily.
Mine used to
The
be.
It is,
I
but it
can't
isn't,
say
you
my
know.
answer
Yeah,
because
no,
it was
no,
a
for
Woody
sure.
Allen movie, and I'm not allowed to talk about that in
Anyhow.
public.
Which one?
anymore.
anyhow.
We're not gonna talk about Woody Allen here.
Yeah,
Eh,
we can't.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. I
We
understand.
love-
love Woody.
I honestly feel like Broadway Danny Rose
can't
is a
talk
fucking
about
perfect.
him, but
Oh
we love
sure.
him.
Look, man, that's the thing. He made some good goddamn movies.
No,
it's
for
upsetting,
sure.
but he
rewatched
did.
I rewatched Manhattan. I go, ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh, but it's visually
No, that's-
stunning.
right, right,
I was
right.
like, it's a love letter to New York. I love it.
Right.
But I'm just like, ooh, this is
He's
all
laid,
right.
Yeah, the cars are laid
We
out
should have
flat.
seen
man.
this
Things
way
are different
sooner.
back then, though.
Yeah.
People
God.
dated. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm gonna start on the times have changed.
I
Yes.
think if we were on your show, we'd do Man of the House.
Which
Was
one?
filmed in Austin.
Tommy Lee Jones.
The Tommy Lee
okay.
Jones
Because there's
thing.
also a Jonathan Taylor
Yeah,
Thomas movie.
which is
okay?
also good.
Oh.
I
But
wanted
I
to
was
do that maybe for our show. Like that's why I was gonna broach the subject of us doing movies filmed in Austin.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
sure.
we always-
Like we can do
Okay.
like
we
Nadine.
go to sleep at night. We think, what? How can we be on your show?
Sure.
And I was thinking of Austin film movies. I was like, we could do Spy Kids.
The old Kim
you know.
Basinger movie
Yeah.
Nadine was filmed in Austin.
Oh, that's right. With Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, that's a really
I
good
mean,
movie.
that's a great idea.
Really good movie.
Big good
Or
one.
I was thinking the
Or
Ben
the
Affleck
first
movie,
the first
Hypnotic.
Coen Brothers movie.
I have
was
not
filmed
watched
in
that yet.
Austin.
Have
Watch
you?
it. It is so terrible.
I know. That's what I've
You know?
heard because it's
the
on
first
Peacock.
Coen Brothers movie was filmed in Austin.
Oh, Blood Simple?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I do
There's a
wanna watch
bunch of old
Hypnotic.
'80s movies that were filmed here back when it was
Slacker, we
still
could
cheap to
do.
make movies
And
in
in
Austin.
Austin, yeah.
Because back then the Texas was like, no, we won't tax you. Come on, make a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
You know,
We
so
can
a
even
bunch
do
of
the
stuff was
first
made.
Batman movie.
Oh, the original. Was it made in Austin though? I know it premiered at the
It
Paramount.
premiered, but I think they filmed some of
Oh,
it at
yeah.
like the Bat Boat scene. I think
Did
was
they
on
really?
Lake Austin. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, I mean, I guess why else would they premiere it
Yeah.
in Austin? I guess.
Because I was talking, because Texas Film Archives when we
Yeah.
were there, they were
They
had,
did-
like,
they
they
did
had
talk
Batman
about-
footage.
They even
they
have
talked
like
about it.
they even
Did you
have
ever see that
archived news
weird-
footage of the premiere.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you ever see that weird Batman day they had, where like Cesar Romero
Huh.
came down and played like as the Joker?
Like in Austin?
Yeah.
What?
Like I
guess
gotta
not.
Google this. I got to really do the is the old pictures of Cesar Romero here like at downtown Austin, and I think the guy who played the like all the like maybe
The
the
ori-
Batman movie like that movie.
Yeah, the 1966.
Like
Yeah.
they had a little day here in Austin.
That was probably the premiere, I
Yeah.
would imagine.
But I'm saying that's why I think the Tim Burton
Oh, yeah, yeah,
premiere
yeah. Okay,
happened
okay.
too because they had a
Yeah.
premiere here for that old or something crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wait, the 1989 Batman premiered here? Is that what you're saying?
No.
No, which one premiered here?
The
The
1966.
the-
Adam
That's the one I'm
West.
talking about.
Adam
Yeah.
West, yeah.
Oh yeah.
My God.
My God.
Button.
Did I get this? I thought you were talking
Bum.
about my bad.
Ugh.
But yeah, this is I don't know the Batman movie. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, Batman's.
All of them,
I love
every
Batman.
one of them.
Oh yeah.
Even the ones I can't find fault in any superhero movie.
You know.
Period.
Yeah.
Nah,
Well,
I can find a
yeah.
few.
Honestly,
Is that
when you grew up, my whole childhood wanting superhero
oh
movies
My God.
that
get
Go
it.
again.
now we get them, and it's like I'm not
You're
gonna
not gonna take it for
complain.
granted. Yeah.
Like all these people bitch about every fucking thing, and
I
I'm like,
know.
y'all need to just relax and enjoy the fact that we even have a Star Wars TV show.
Ruben's
or-
like, it's
Is that-
entertainment for entertainment's sake, guys.
What was
That's
your
okay.
So the Flash?
You know, all right.
Let's hear your opinion.
All right,
So-
If you wanna
my
talk
problem
about-
with I can say what my problem with the Flash is. The Flash
long
did the
enough.
same thing the TV show
Not
did.
long enough, God.
They did the same thing as the TV show.
Yeah.
Why is the Flash's bad guy always the Flash?
Because
Oh.
he's, I mean, even
There's not much else with the Flash in terms of villains.
No, that's absolutely wrong.
See.
He's got a
What?
great rogue gallery, and they never use them. They always end up using like fucking future Flash, past Flash. I don't know. It's always the same bullshit story.
okay,
I
but
get
that
you.
well, you have to think about like the storyline that they're trying to achieve has been like, and especially with that villain, in the Flash's timeline, his like biggest story arcs and kind of involve that guy. So it's like
It's Flashpoint, which is
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the-
Flash
That's
story.
the
Yeah.
latest.
The
And then
good.
they were also
No, that's the latest big story of late.
there was a few.
But
in
there's
the
been like
past,
this
too.
Flash been around since '39. There's plenty of Flash
no,
stories.
no, but
Sure.
even the Flashpoint story has its origins all the way back to when almost like the first 5 years that he started. Like they
Like,
started out, they
I
had
like-
that
I
kind
love-
of similar kind of.
I
storyline.
understand. My problem is time travel movies usually suck no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Usually.
I
I'm not
like
saying
that.
all
Back
the
to Future
time.
bits in the
See,
Flash
actually,
movie.
I thought that was really funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
I
very
mean, the
funny.
best thing
Eric
about the
Stoltz.
movie was the nostalgia, obviously.
Because that's a super deep cut. Like
Yeah,
I,
the Eric Stoltz.
I've watched
And,
was
I
like
mean,
super funny.
obviously,
footage, yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton fucking saved the whole fucking thing.
Sure.
Which is just
Dude.
footage from Batgirl, right? They used all that. Like, it's
Yeah,
like they
no,
had all
it-
that
well,
footage from
I'll
Batgirl.
think a
No
lot.
way.
I think
That's
some
what
of
I've
it.
heard.
No,
No
so it was
way.
like so. What happened was they
We
filmed
don't really know.
Batgirl.
No one's seen
Michael-
Batgirls. We don't fucking
I
really know.
know.
Well, Ben Affleck was in it, and then Michael Keaton was in it, and they had him like film a lot more footage than Ben Affleck. And
Right.
then when they fucking canned that movie, it's like 90 million down the hole.
Yeah.
They're like, we can't really like just let this like go without using some of it. So they recast. They didn't recast him. I think he was supposed to be in the Flash anyway.
Right.
But they used some of the footage from that.
I think when he's in the
project to-
jet.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
that's like
Maybe.
scenes from like Batgirl.
Okay. I mean.
Yeah. They're just shots because obviously they key out the background and then like
Sure.
put him in the in the actual movie. But
Sure.
yeah, it was like it's weird. I mean, like they did a lot of like weird shifting around
put
to
the-
make
the-
shit
Oh
work.
yeah. Well, I mean, like
They
also
put the Nick Cage fucking Superman in it for
Which
no
I've heard
fucking
recently
reason.
hated that they did that.
I mean, it's
in
very
that.
silly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I liked seeing it, but it's also it's completely the worst CGI they could have
Dude,
done.
Yeah.
so bad.
But I
So
mean, it's
bad.
like I,
And it's kind of thrown in like Tim Burton's face, like, haha, like this is the movie
Yeah.
you never got to
yeah,
do.
this is look what you couldn't do.
But look,
We
like,
did
we
it.
made this shittier movie.
And for 15 seconds worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a year of your life, here's 15 seconds of it,
Yeah.
like, in the worst way possible. I will say I didn't hate the Flash. I don't think it was.
I didn't hate it. I'm just
I don't
saying
think
that.
it's the nightmare that people thought it was. I don't think it's very good.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm a DC boy.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on Father's Day with my stepson.
Okay.
I had a good time. What
There
can
you
I
go.
say?
It's a fun ride. It
I
was
liked
just-
the first Shazam. The second Shazam was not that good.
I never saw the second one.
Yeah,
I
I
will
didn't
say
watch the
Black
second
Adam was
one
actually a lot better than people will ever realize.
Oh,
Huh.
I
No one
did
ever
not
watched it.
like
I didn't catch
I
that
I
one.
love Black
I
Adam.
watched it. I don't like The Rock right now.
I love Brosnan as,
Yeah.
as Fate though. Dr.
Oh,
Fate
I
was
completely agree.
so perfect.
And his suit was great.
it was so great.
Nice.
I
I'm a
agree.
Blue Beetle guy, you know. Like,
I like Blue Beetle.
I've actually heard it's enjoyable.
I
It's
saw
fun.
Blue Beetle. I
would
like
say-
Blue Beetle.
I would
That
say
granny
it's-
with the
I would
chain
say
I went
it's
with you.
better of the DC, yeah.
Sure.
It's
I
fun.
want to see
It's
it.
humorous.
George Lopez kills it. I was like, they do every like Mexican stereotype in the movie too. I go,
Sure.
Cheech and Chong's gonna be in it somewhere, and George Lopez has like a bobblehead of Cheech and Chong.
Of course. Of course.
It was
That's
Hell
fun.
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I've heard
It was a
that's
fun
really good.
movie. Like I'm saying, it's
The,
not like the
grandma
greatest movie.
is like she
Hilarious.
steals the show in it.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the chain
Well,
gun.
that's what it's like. From what I've understood, I haven't seen the movie, but like as a whole, it's kind of like smaller stakes. It's not
Yeah.
necessary, or maybe it is Save the World, but like not like Suicide. Like I watched Suicide Squad the other day, the first one,
Okay.
because I'm writing an article about that,
Nice.
or about Harley Quinn, I should say.
Okay.
The first one.
It's comparing Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, but the
Okay.
first
Okay.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
the first Suicide Squad. Wait, what? What were
First
we-
Suicide Squad.
Too many cuts.
You're talking about how you're about
Well,
a riot project for him. About
right.
it.
Nope, it's gone.
They wouldn't
That's
let
Smaller
okay.
projects. You're talking about
Oh,
smaller.
yes. So like the first Suicide Squad, where Suicide Squad. What am I saying? It's the like witch's brother, the portal in the sky syndrome of
Yeah.
everything. And,
Yeah,
it was just,
yeah.
and they're just beating like eyeball head people
Yeah,
versus like
yeah.
Birds of Prey, where it's like she's not trying to save the world. She's just trying to save a kid from Black Mask, and it's
Yeah.
much more. And she's fighting goons as opposed to like non-existent entities.
And that
Yeah,
sandwich
like
in the movie,
aliens that you
and
don't-
it looks amazing.
Well, the second Suicide Squad, they're fighting, the
So much better.
Starro. Yeah.
Well, but with James Gunn
I
in
felt like
charge,
the
it's
first
better.
one would have been a lot better. They did too much jump cutting. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
wouldn't let a scene this happen at all. It was just
Well, a
like
different song every 15 seconds.
yeah, they did that
Yeah.
too. Like, it was like soundtrack
Ugh.
the movie. It was
Well,
like a fucking
dude.
nightmare.
I feel like
Well,
that
that's the
was
problem
like,
with DC. They just like, don't know how to edit. I think.
No, I know.
No,
They fuck it
it's-
up in the edits, is what
It's Warner
happens.
Brothers.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
exactly
don't
what
think
it
it's
is.
the editor's fault necessarily. I think it's like
It's
them-
post-production and,
yeah,
and the bosses being too scared.
for sure.
I don't
They-
know. It's been very upsetting. As a
Nobody
DC
wants
fan
to.
watch the last
Nobody
one.
wants
I
to hear a
know.
story. They want more
Hurts.
flash and bang.
Well,
or
what's your
some
thoughts on
bullshit.
James Gunn taking Ran?
I think it's their best move in a long time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I fingers crossed.
I mean, the
Right.
reality
anyone
is
can do it, he can.
none of his movies have come out yet.
I was
they're
like,
all
what's the
kind of
first one? What's the
frozen.
first one?
The
It'll-
Superman
it'll be-
Legacy.
Yeah,
It was not
Like
even-
2025.
Some of the casting for it looks amazing.
I agree.
Like the dude
Rachel-
from Barry, the villain with the bald.
The bald head?
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
in
He's
it?
casted in it.
yes.
What?
There's a lot
and
of people.
There's a lot of
and
really
a lot
good-
of
yeah.
Nathan Fillion's in
Yeah.
it.
Whoa.
I really
Yeah.
feel like the problem
Oh,
with
oh.
Which
this.
James Gunn loves Nathan Fillion.
Yeah,
Like, he puts
and
in
that's
everything.
okay.
The story's
Yeah.
gonna be tough.
What do you mean?
I mean, is this
For
gonna be
Superman
the Grant
Legacy?
Morrison All Star Superman is a fucking intense,
Oh yeah.
Easter egged fucking monstrosity of a story. You think Watchmen has
I
a
think
bunch of
what
fucking?
James
Sure.
Gunn does, he makes it like a broader audience. Like I feel
Yeah.
It's gonna
like
be
he just-
funnier.
he
than
makes
the
it
act-
like
you
he-
know.
Yeah.
Like he adds like just a sense of like comedy and just like kind of pop culture and just awareness. Because like his first
Well, he
superhero
understands the
movie
material,
was
too.
Super
With Rainn Wilson.
with Rainn Wilson,
Good
where he's
movie.
kind of like
I love
mocking-
Peacemaker. The TV show is really good.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was so funny. It
Really
was
good.
so
I didn't
good.
catch that one. He was
You
one
should
of my
watch it.
favorite parts of Suicide Squad.
Dude,
though.
Peacemaker's
Peacemaker?
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, show's great.
hilarious.
So good.
Yeah, that one's funny.
his
There was
side-
the eagle.
Vigilante's
Yes.
a sidekick, and Vigilante's so stupidly
Dude,
fucking
like there was
hilarious.
no reason that should have worked as well as it did.
Did, yeah,
It's just
yeah,
because in
yeah.
the Suicide Squad movie, Peacemaker's an asshole.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know.
But they
So they
totally
just
make
changed
it
his
work.
He
persona.
looks like
A
a
little bit.
He-Man doll. Or
Yeah.
something. He's
No.
like a little troll doll.
And
He's
him
just
like
kinda
doing
like
the
an
press
idiot, and
in
he's
that
still an
uniform
idiot.
the whole time was
Oh,
great.
yeah?
Yeah.
As John Cena's a minge.
His
man.
love of
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his whole love of heavy metal and all that shit.
Yeah.
So stupid. It's so cheesy. It's great.
I'll watch John Cena in anything.
I guess superhero movies. I'm saying like I don't mind them because it's not
I don't
meant to be
either.
high art. And it's not. And the thing is, a lot of people will. And I'm not trying to be mean to the society of the world, but like
Sure.
they act like this whole Thanos fucking storyline was really that fucking great. It really wasn't. That
It was
last
just-
movie
it-
was like
It was the
Just-
build up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what you're
Also,
seeing with the superhero
These
movies,
are
they're all
Silver Surfer
dying out,
stories
you know
that
what I
never
mean?
even did
Like
right.
nobody's
Yeah,
seeing
no.
them. Like
Well-
like Marvel movies, all.
Well,
are
it's
like,
become too saturated.
Fantastic
It's
Four
just-
2
Thanos
scared.
was a Silver Surfer movie
Yeah,
that
but
they never got made
but
because
they-
the
but
Surfer
they-
is the whole point of the fucking movie.
Right.
they fucked Silver Surfer up in Fantastic Four 2, and they're never gonna use him again.
Right.
They're
So
like-
there's,
they're
property
afraid of
loss.
it, dude.
I think there's like
They got him back now.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, they
Well,
got
Marvel,
him back.
Marvel
It's-
has everything, or Disney has everything.
Yeah.
Marvel now,
Yeah.
everything.
But
Not everything.
I don't think. I think
Not
they're.
everything?
I think they're kind
They
of
don't own
scared to
Spider-Man.
bring
They
him in.
lease them from
oh,
Sony.
oh,
okay,
yeah,
true,
yeah.
true, true, true.
Well, what's the next?
They don't own
great
Hulk either.
superhero
Hulk's
movie
still
that
at
you're waiting
United.
for That's coming out.
The
I'd probably
next-
say like.
You know what I'm talking
probably
about?
Deadpool
Hulk's owned by
3.
United. That's why they want to do a Hulk movie. That's why
Oh,
they.
because Universal owns the Hulk.
Yeah.
So
That's
Age
right.
of Ultron. The original Age of Ultron, like Hulk was like the hero of it,
Yeah.
and they made him
Oh.
go back and fucking change it all to make Iron Man more of a
Sure.
hero because they're
Oh.
like
well,
we
you
don't
can't
own
do direct
Hulk,
adaptations all the time, you know.
but we don't own Hulk, and it was like we're not gonna do
oh,
that.
so they had to. I
They
see what you're
literally
saying.
did
Yeah.
that because they were like, we don't own the Hulk. We're not gonna have him be the fucking like Iron Man's gonna save the fucking day. That's
Right.
what it's gonna be.
Well,
Like.
that was Robert Downey Jr.'s best.
Well, they're paying him the most
favor.
money, and he was the face. He was the
Right. He was
He was the face of the
MCU,
fucking all of it, yeah.
you know. I think the next big comic book movie I'm looking forward to. I mean, probably the Batman Part 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I forgot
okay.
that one.
What did you think of this last Batman Part 1? I liked some of
The
it,
Batman with
but
Robert
Batman?
Pattinson?
man, that ending was terrible.
What? I thought it was amazing.
I only
Yeah,
saw
everything
that
about that
ending.
movie.
Hey, I want all y'all to get
No.
on the subway, meet me at this fucking building. Shut the fuck up. Everybody's in the fucking. Get the hell out. They would have arrested everybody out there, beat the shit out of them.
No, well,
Man, that was
one.
stupid.
That's exactly how, that's how it would work today. Some fucking pansy ass black website.
Yeah.
And I like how they made the Riddler
Yeah,
goofy.
right.
They made him like goofy. Hey guys,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. Like, there's a lot of idiots out there who would follow an idiot
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
QAnon.
As we've
That's
seen.
QAnon.
I
in
know,
real life.
I know that, but here's the end of the world. I'm gonna get y'all over here with some
Well,
weapons.
here's January
And I
6th.
need y'all
Nobody
to
thought
get on-
they'd get
Yeah.
the White House.
Get,
They
get
did.
on the bus.
exactly.
Get on all this shit. Yeah, that's stupid. And
I thought it was
January 6th was
great.
stupid too. It's all
It was
stupid.
stupid. I agree.
The whole point was that ending.
That's
if you
why we
really
watch it.
watch it again, that ending
I've seen it multiple times.
does not hold up at all.
I think
was
it's
like
great.
bothered.
And
me.
I love
I love the detective stuff, and I love the beginning, and I love
well,
the
and I
darkness,
love how at the
and
end
we love the
Batman's
we
a
love
hero.
Kravitz. You know, we
Yeah.
love it all. We love it all. But at
Paul
the end, I was like,
Dano.
man, that's just
Paul Dano's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
Paul Dano's
I said,
I don't know.
great.
Paul Dano, he can make a mistake too, guys. This is not
I'm
his
not
best
saying he's
fucking role.
perfect.
Nah, dude,
but I
but
think
he
he was
embodied
great.
he bodied that.
What?
Dude.
So
he
yeah,
bodied
part
that.
2. I forgot who's like the villain in it. There's like
Well, they haven't
Well, it's
explicitly
nothing
said.
now.
I've heard rumors of like Clayface.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yo,
like,
that's
that
what
would
I
be
saw.
fucking dope.
Dude,
it
yeah,
It
man.
reminds me of
Court
like
of
watching
Owls.
the Batman animated
Or
series.
the
Yeah.
Croc,
The
dude.
most,
What if the
that-
Croc
that,
was
that,
his
like
villain,
that movie
man?
reminds me most
Totally.
of my childhood movies.
We're gonna.
And
I mean,
absolutely.
Or like childhood
I don't
like
know.
Batman.
Right.
the problem with all these everything because of the strikes is like everything's on hold.
Right.
Everything's. All the calendars are gonna
Not
be
for
like
much
fucking.
longer.
Well,
I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
hopefully.
for TV, it can get back up a lot faster than movies
Yeah,
can.
for sure.
But I mean,
I think there is going to be like a dead period
there will be.
with major budgets, but I think that may be a rise of indie. you
Which,
know, which is-
and there's a lot of movies that got during the strikes like interim agreements because they were like
Right, union.
Neon and like maybe not A24, but like they were
No,
meeting.
A24 supposedly I'd already agreed with all the SAG
Okay,
things.
so they
So they were allowed to
legally
make
allowed.
yeah,
movies.
Adam
I
Driver
know.
made a statement talking about like
The
Neon,
Ferrari movie,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, he's talking about all these production companies like A24, Neon. Like, how can they come up with like these great deals and the studios can't because they're
yeah,
like
it's bullshit.
Yeah,
He called
Yeah.
them. He called
Yeah.
out their bullshit,
Yeah.
which was I
Because
saw
they're
that clip. It was fucking dope.
corporations.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different. I was
Yeah,
just saying
Amazon,
the same
Netflix, these
thing, yeah.
billion-dollar
Yeah.
companies.
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
can't
Well,
like
it's like-
fix these deals. Yeah.
Well, it's like even if even if your favorite studio, like you think that they can
Well,
make
the
their own
writer's strike
decisions, there's
falling is the first domino.
I think so.
We're hoping.
Yeah, knock on wood.
I don't want
Because like if
Oh.
the idea is like okay, they made because you got the writers, but you don't have actors. You can't do
Yeah,
anything.
I know.
That's why I could see them like trying to rush like a Batman out,
they're-
and before they may have had these actors to play these villains, and they can't get them, so they'll get different actors to play different.
Well,
This might all be writing as they go
Sure.
a little bit.
Sure.
I'm not saying it is because it's actually a monstrous project. They probably already have everything set up,
Yeah.
but
Who knows?
Who
I
the
mean,
fuck
we
really-
won't know because I remember
Shit changes real quick.
the last strike, which happened in like 2007, affected all like the 2008 movies. Like that's why
Yeah.
Quantum of Solace, the James Bond movie,
Yeah.
was so
Bad.
poorly received.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like they had to start with like half a script.
Yeah.
But like they also had a fucking release date.
Yeah.
So like they couldn't rework it.
Yeah, it just seemed rushed.
Right.
Well, and
Well,
like
it was,
there's a
yeah.
list of like shows that are coming out. So supposedly like Stranger Things season 5 was supposed to film this summer.
Right.
Got postponed. So now it's not coming out until 2025.
Yeah.
God damn,
All these
son.
shows are being pushed. A lot of them are either getting canceled or just like
Which is
there's
crazy.
No,
Crazy.
they've already canceled like a bunch of.
lot
But
because of the strike.
so yeah, so
It's
TV
shitty.
is definitely gonna have this like dead period. for
Adrian
Yep.
Brody just fucking slicked back his hair as fucking Pat fucking Riley, and they're gonna cancel it.
For what?
Winning Time.
Oh.
So,
I
Pat
didn't watch
Riley,
it,
they
but I
hired
heard it
Pat
was
Riley,
great.
and he's been kind of dorky, like wearing blue jeans and a fucking stupid look. And the season 2 came, and the team's getting better, and he's getting better. And they show him like transform into the modern Pat Riley, wearing the Armani suit and his hair slicked back
Well,
perfectly.
'cause-
And it's like Adrian Brody just fucking hams it up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
internet went fucking batshit crazy for it. And now they got canceled, and everyone's
Ah.
pissed as hell because
I
everyone
remember
wants
hearing about that.
Adrian Brody to come back as Pat Riley for season 3.
Well, because they wrote it because the book to tell the story,
Yes.
and it's like if they knew they were gonna get canceled, maybe they would have jumped
Yeah.
ahead. But they kind of ended on this note. It's
Right.
and it's Adam McKay is like the writer director.
Yeah.
Because he gets hired at the
And
near
stuff.
the end of season 1. He's kind of like not a big Brody, and then the season 2 is like his transformation into the modern Pat Riley, and it was like supposedly like fucking
But
cinema
like
magic.
HBO,
Yeah.
like,
Everybody
right
loves
now,
it.
HBO content's kind of like
It's all
dead.
fucked up.
And they're
'cause
not,
that
like-
David Zaslav.
there's nothing
Oh, yeah.
coming on Sunday, you know. So I'm like, watching
Man, I was just thinking about that. There was
It's
this
like
run. What was it? It was like Succession, The Last of Us, or The Order isn't right. What was even before that?
Righteous
White
Gemstones.
Lotus.
yeah,
Well,
Righteous
I love it.
Gemstones.
But like no,
yeah.
like every
They're all gone. Well,
Sunday
they're running-
night
they're
for,
running
like
out of
6
shows.
months. I know, and but even before the strike, there wasn't. I feel like after what was the last one? Succession.
Mhm.
There just wasn't that
Another
next
show that they
HBO
had.
show.
Yeah.
Well, it was
'Cause
The Idol.
pretty
But,
Well, they
Yeah,
might
well,
have White
yeah.
Lotus season 3 done. They might just be fucking.
Well,
well,
I think-
it'll
adding
happen.
the shit out of
either
it.
way.
Well, I think they even have True Detective done.
yeah.
But
Yes.
they just keep postponing it.
They're trying to get the.
Yeah, HBO.
They
Sunday
want the
night's gonna
actors to
miss
go
it.
out there and support it so people watch it.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, that's why like a lot of these movies.
But
That,
I'm just like, why are we paying them for this service if there's no new HBO content?
oh, totally.
Because now since
And they're
now,
raising
now
the
it's the
prices now,
Max.
too.
It's like Netflix
they're
doesn't
just
give a
like,
shit
it's-
because they're just gonna give us a whole bunch of like
Junk.
actually badass
Reality
shit from Germany
shit.
or fucking
Oh,
Poland. and
sure.
shit.
Oh, okay, there
but
we
not
go.
shit that they're making. They're just
No.
buying that shit.
Yeah, it's like stuff that's made in Europe or
Yeah.
other countries. Honestly, some of that shit's really fucking
So,
good.
Yeah, yeah,
so what would you say are some of your like favorite movies of this year? Like, were you into
Man.
the Barbie?
Shout out
phenomenon?
2023.
Oh man, Barbie was fucking great.
Yeah.
I watched it twice.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah, it's
funny.
good.
I feel like it's more of a Ken movie than a Barbie movie.
Oh,
Sure.
dude,
I think that's
definitely.
fair,
I
actually.
liked
Ryan
his
Gosling slut.
Oh,
His number-
dude.
Oh,
For
dude.
his
sure,
song in that
Gosling.
movie was definitely the best song.
I'm just
thought.
kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, those Grease throwbacks, I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? They get
I
Grease
know.
lightning in
he's,
here,
he's
dude?
basically
It
doing
just-
like a John
The
Travolta
movie-
lap.
Yes,
I guess,
yes,
like
yes, yes.
aesthetically, the movie like felt so 90s to me.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
Oh,
like
yeah.
kids commercials.
Totally.
And, stuff. And so it
The
just made me
practical
feel
sets.
like cozy.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like Spice World. A little
Yeah.
Oh
bit.
wow.
Or like
yeah.
Joni and the Pussycats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like Roger Rabbit. It kind of just like it had this like
Yeah.
kind of like kitsch to it.
That 2001 and
Spice World?
opening, dude.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Spice
great.
World where it's like this kind of like alt reality.
Well,
like-
you say Spice World and Josie and the Pussycats, like that feels very similar to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally that vibe.
like what was
Riverdale
it?
or something.
What was it like? George in the Jungle.
Oh,
Something
sure.
We Do Right, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it was
Rock-
just like these like
Rocking Bullwinkle,
Rocking
yeah.
like these like movies that are
Encino
coming
Man?
out. They're like
No.
Okay, I'm sorry, I went too
No.
far. Encino, man.
No.
or even the movie Toys.
With Robin
Where-
Williams.
you ever, like that was
Yes.
such a weird movie when I was a kid, but
Yes.
for some reason I loved it. And the poster was so great because it was like him and this
And-
like bowler hat and
yes.
like this like
That movie's creepy
coming
as fuck.
out.
It's
creepy.
crazy.
Small soldier, like I don't know.
I was
Barbie
about to say, I was like, Small
Barbie,
Soldiers,
maybe
I
'cause
remember
it's
That's
just,
also
like,
crazy.
Barbie,
That was a great
toys,
one.
Totally.
kid, but it and '90s kid, but it's just like it just,
Monster Squad.
Well, and it took
And
the whole
it
idea was so subversive, and then like everything about that movie was fucking great. I loved that.
And they were just having fun, really. Like I love that. It was like really
They're just
a
having
fun movie, dude. It was
There's-
a fun.
It's almost no more, no
entertaining movie.
less. Like there is a little bit of substance to it,
Yeah.
or more than a little bit, but it's real. It's just about having
And
fucking
then-
fun.
But it's
I think
not
that's why
beating
it's
your
so
head
good.
over.
And then
Exactly.
the girl, Noah Baumbach like helped write it. It's like, oh my god,
Crazy.
like high school.
It
I
was
loved
so
it.
colorful.
Like,
First of all,
they're like
do
my
not-
favorite couple too.
do
Like,
not do not get me started on my love for Noah Baumbach.
Oh, yeah.
I love him.
I
He's
love
like
him.
he's like the how
I love
got
her
into
though. I
cinema.
don't think
Yeah.
she's
No,
made a
for
lot of
sure.
missteps either. I love her. I've been following her career since Hannah and Hannah
Well,
Takes
me,
the stairs,
me and
yeah.
Rubin are big mumblecore.
Core.
fans.
Sure.
And some,
She was
some
the
would say
queen.
some would say the start of mumblecore kind of started in Austin. 'Cause
I-
the
Oh yeah,
Godfather
dude.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say so too.
and the Duplass brothers and all that.
Josh
Yeah.
He was
Kishy,
always in those movies.
Yep.
Yes.
I remember.
And so we've been watching
Swanberg,
her. For a while.
her. They were like
It's-
the OG.
Greta Gerwig's trajectory is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So right now she's doing the new live action
Chronicles of Narnia.
and
What?
for Netflix.
Yes.
But
Right.
her next project is Snow White. She wrote the new Snow White.
Oh,
movie.
that's right, with Rachel
What?
Zegler or whatever
Yo,
from Shazam
okay.
2 and Wild
Okay.
Wild, not Wild Wild West.
But they get good writers. 'Cause,
West Side
what was it? Pete's Dragon. He's like a Texas director.
oh,
Yeah,
David
yeah.
Lowery.
Yeah, David Lowery,
And so
dude.
they get like they're
That was a
like
great
Disney
movie.
gets like some good like
Yeah,
indie.
he even did the new Peter Pan movie. It went straight
Oh,
to Disney Plus.
yeah,
It
with
was fun.
fucking Jude Law.
Yeah.
Jude Law.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I
Finding
saw a
Neverland?
little bit of
It's
that.
called
That's not Finding Neverland.
Peter
Peter-
Pan and Wendy.
Yeah,
Peter and Wendy.
I thought it was like interesting. I only watched like a little bit of it, but it was interesting because it's got this very like washed out, desaturated tone, but then it's still very lighthearted and
Sure.
like humorous. So
Yeah.
like, but I like that. I like the way
Yeah.
that they
That's
went
kind of
about
all
it.
of his movies are. He filmed that movie in Waco. It was the
Green-
Old Man and the Gun.
Oh,
Oh,
with Robert Redford.
Robert Redford,
Yeah.
he did that movie too. And so he kind of has like a definite style, like
Yeah,
a washed out
aesthetic.
style. That's like bright. So it kind of looks kind of like the tone. It's kind of dark, but it's always kind of like
Yeah.
lighthearted and
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that director. He's so fucking good.
It's
Green-
like the movie should be maybe more sad or more down, but it really isn't. It's kind of like a
Remembering,
little positive
was it
upbringing
The
and a little
Christopher Robin Winnie the Pooh movie was written by what's his name? He did Her Smell
Oh,
and
John.
Chloe Will.
I know
Alex-
exactly who
Alex-
Alex Ross Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wrote, so it's like these weird people that make these weird movies
They get a
are
little
like
bit of
writing
money.
these like Disney movies.
Her Smell is a very interesting.
I never saw it with Elizabeth Moss though,
Yeah.
right? I always
It's a
wanted
really
to.
interesting take on bipolar.
Okay,
Yeah.
Like it's like
I heard it was pretty wild.
she's real manic
Oh,
at
and
the
she did
beginning,
that
and
other
then they
one
show her later when she's on her medication in the second half of the movie, and she's like real mellowed out.
Was it
Huh.
Queen of something?
But like the manic side of her was like made her creative. I don't fucking know.
Another
It's crazy.
movie with
Yeah,
those
yeah.
two, or with
She's
those
real
two on that
manic.
director.
Yeah. It's like the Queen.
I heard of it, but I
What?
couldn't remember.
But it was like
was
where she's
Jason
crazy.
Schwartzman in it?
Maybe she was. It
He
was
was in
another
one of his
it was-
movies, if anything.
It was like the Queen of
Olivia,
some-
what's your name's the queen, right? That's crazy.
But it's a kind of the same. It's almost the same kind of like schizo
Yeah,
character.
yeah, unchecked.
Yeah, Barbie.
manic
Barbie was
depression.
one of my favorites. Is there any ones that kind of stuck out for you?
I'm trying to. I mean, look, Oppenheimer was also fantastic.
See, I was gonna do that double feature,
I heard
man,
it
but I
was-
only made it to Barbie. I
actually,
tripped
I did-
shrooms
I
and watched
did-
Barbie, so I didn't make
Oh,
it
that
to
sounds
Oppenheimer.
amazing.
Oppenheimer's
Alright,
now
what
on
did
DVD. I got it on hold in my library account.
Of course, dude. Of course. This
Alright.
I'll see
motherfucker.
it soon. I'll see it soon.
I did do the double feature. I saw Barbie first and then
Okay.
Oppenheimer.
How was that? How was that dynamic?
Well, there was like a good 3-hour break in between, which was necessary.
Okay. Yeah. Bathroom and
To
shit.
to do them back to back would have been just too much.
Yeah, intense.
You wouldn't no matter which one you saw first, you wouldn't have enough time.
They
to
both
come
had
down.
great casts, which is an interesting
Dude,
point of view.
man, the cast on Oppenheimer is fucking. Macon Blair is in Oppenheimer.
What?
It's crazy. It's a
Oh,
small role,
Yeah.
but it's just like Macon Blair,
How was Robert Downey Jr. in
He said it was his
fucking
like. Yeah, he
incredible,
said it's
man.
one of
Yeah.
his favorite roles to date.
Robert Downey.
Yeah.
Man, and well, it feels like for the first time in a long time where he's like gotten to just fucking act.
Yeah,
I
right.
feel like and like you don't really see that like Less Than Zero. I feel like
Oh, sure.
like he really acts in that.
I was trying to think of the last movie post arrest is when he started making like the superhero
Yeah, I was like,
movies.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Kiss
it was
Kiss
his
Bang Bang.
downfall.
That was right
No, Kiss
before.
Kiss Bang Bang. I
Yeah.
think was right
That was right
before,
before
the arrest.
Yeah.
No, that was at post arrest
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh,
That's
really?
after jail.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you
oh.
sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because it was
Kiss-
like
it was
2000.
early 2000s.
Yeah,
No, I
it
thought
was
Kiss
early
Kiss Bang
2000s.
Bang's 90s.
2005. No. That's
Yeah, no,
2005.
it is early.
Cause I felt like a
2000s.
guy to recognizing your saints was the beginning of him coming out of rehab.
It was because that was like 02-ish, 03. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's got a
yeah,
young
yeah.
Shia LaBeouf, Channing
Yeah.
Tatum.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that's a really good movie.
I think it was late night. It was like, when did he get arrested?
It was like I think it was
Late
late
90s,
90s,
right?
yeah,
like
because Old Dirty
98,
Bastard died, and he was in
99.
jail with Old Dirty Bastard.
Oh,
Was
so
he?
yeah, it has
When
to
he
be.
died?
Well, then,
No,
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 he
when-
died outside of jail.
Right. Okay.
But
I was
Old
like-
Dirty Bastard got arrested in L.A.
What-
So he had to be ODB had to be alive.
and they were in
Gotcha.
jail
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
or rehab jail or whatever.
Whatever
That
I
could
don't
have
fucking
been
know
that
what
could have
they're
been
doing,
late
man.
90s. That could
It was
probably
definitely
been
late 90s.
Early, yeah.
Because he
But
did
I mean-
Chaplin, what, 93?
That was 92.
Yeah, it was like
And that
I
was like
think
his first
earlier.
Oscar nomination.
Yeah, but that's when he started changing into like a. Because in the 80s, he was like,
He was like the John Hughes dude.
yeah, he did a
Yeah.
whole bunch. He was also
Weird
like
Science, fucking Less Than
sidekick,
Zero,
whatever. He was like the one that filmed in San Antonio,
Chaplin?
Johnny, the football one. It's called Johnny.
Oh, Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
With Michael.
Yeah, he's the star, and the
I know
sidekick
exactly.
is Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
Mm.
And I think Uma Thurman's like one of her fucking first movies
That's
ever.
right. You know, one movie
Like
that I think
ever,
where you can
like-
definitely tell where Downey's on all of the drugs is Natural Born Killers.
Oh shit, dude, I haven't
Yeah,
seen that in a
man.
minute.
What a
thought he
great
did-
accent, though, too.
I think he's just
I don't know, man. He looks like
Maybe.
but I mean,
Yeah.
not method.
in the
meth.
Robert.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Robert.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The Robert,
meth
the
actor.
Rodney Dangerfield movie, Back to School. He's like super skinny and looks
Oh,
like he's
sure.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy as shit.
Probably.
Yeah, he
Well,
was young as hell,
that-
but he was
that was
already
also- that
kind
was
of
just the
geeked out.
80s, you know?
Yeah.
That's how you,
You can't
that's how
even,
you
like,
get the
call it a
best
problem.
performance. You know, you got Pacino talking in clips now about how he was on cocaine during Heat and shit. So it's like
Yeah.
he was like the character never did it like on screen, but it was implied. So I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
it came off that
That's
way.
why his performance is
I was
so
like,
fucking
implied?
Yeah.
It's like,
I still need to read the Heat book.
Sequel?
The
I've heard
sequel.
it's awesome.
Mm. They're
Heat,
filming
they
the
were-
second one, right?
They're working on it.
Yeah.
They're working.
They
they've
will
been
be.
working on it. I feel like.
But, there's
But
book-
they-
Well,
but
Val
they-
Kilmer's
Yeah,
not going to
big
be able to. He's, Val Kilmer.
Well, they're going to have to. Well, because it's.
Phil
they-
Kilmer's still alive.
I know that, but it's
But they're
still
not
he
going to be
can't
able to use
talk.
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
not going to be able to use them.
He can't
They
talk.
can talk.
A
I mean, I guess they
non-speaking
figured
role.
it out in Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did figure it out.
That was also.
He can talk now. He's good.
Ruben's like,
voice.
let's not see that again.
So Ruben, what was one of your favorite movies of the year?
I mean,
Past Lives. I love that one.
Oh, that was very good.
I, lo-
That was very good.
That's
I just
emotional.
watched that
I
one.
hate
not
when
too
you
long
do
ago.
this. Past lives to me.
I loved it. I'm an A24 boy.
So am
That's
I.
okay.
Prove it.
I honestly, I've been saying that the last 2 years, A24 hasn't made a good movie.
No, Bo is Afraid. I loved it.
Beau's Afraid is
Oh, I
great.
wanted to see that so bad.
Actually-
Talk
dude.
to Me.
I'm gonna say this right
Talk
now,
to me. I have it on my queue.
but
Great.
that's like a movie
Bodies,
that they
Bodies,
didn't
Bodies,
really.
I liked.
Bodies is not that good.
It is good.
Come on was fucking
Come on.
Fabulous.
Bo, that's
I
those
like
are
that
my
Which one's that?
favorite
Which one
movies.
is that?
fucking
That's the
Phoenix,
black
Season
and
of
white.
Black
Uncle,
and white movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw that.
Gabby Hoffman.
Dude, that was really that was.
I'm gonna
really
say this
good.
right now. Her comeback from fucking disappearing for fucking
Ever?
Ever.
10,
yeah.
15 years?
man.
Now and then, and then
Dude,
all
that
of a
shit
sudden.
made
She
me
is
cry,
so
dude.
fucking good. And come on. I cried too.
No, yeah.
Like it's
for sure.
literally.
I
There's a
came
scene where
on,
she's giving
came-
like not like a speech, but she's like talking about like this life.
Yeah,
And it's so
I cried
fucking
too.
real
Kim.
that it's like. Do you have a kid?
Stepson.
Okay, then if you will cry watching this because it's like about being a parent and like how you can't control. I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
And it's
Yeah.
honestly the best movie about parenting I've ever seen. And he's not even
Oh,
the
wow.
parent. He's like the uncle was watching him for a
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
And he's just like so much.
Yeah.
See,
Overwhelming.
as an
Yeah.
uncle of many nephews,
Yeah.
that's why I cried during the movie.
Dude,
I was
it's
like,
definitely
"Oh,
man. It's
sure.
like
I need to spend time with my nephews.
yeah.
Right.
You know, she gives a speech about like parenting, and it's just like, oh man, it's fucking. Dude, it's honestly,
We
I
all
have
know
no
you broke
idea
down.
how that movie was so fucking ignored. It's how fucking great it
'Cause
is.
it
It
was
just happens,
indie,
man.
dude.
It's just like, I don't know.
Especially
I
at
love
the time.
every
radar.
single movie that director's made. Every single one
Who
of
was
them.
it again?
Mike Mills.
Yeah.
Oh,
20th
right.
Century Women.
Did Beginners?
We loved. Oh,
Is that right?
Beginners. Oh my God, Beginners
Ewan
is
McGregor,
fucking
right?
crazy
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
I love that movie. His dad comes out of the closet like at 70 something. He's like,
Christopher,
oh.
what's his fucking name?
It's like, you're coming out.
Plumber.
Yeah, it is just
He
like
won an Oscar for
it's
that movie.
yes. I'm just saying, even Chum Scrubber, the first one, loved it all. I love
Which
them
one
all.
was that with Jamie Bell?
Yes, that's
Man.
the kid one when.
Right. Is Keanu Reeves in that one too? Like briefly.
No, you're thinking Thumbsucker.
They're
And-
both-
I've
they're-
always got those
Yeah,
two.
Chum
They're
mixed up.
they're
Yeah.
very similar.
Very similar.
It's
It
just the
came out
titles.
about- I
It's
think
kind
came
of like
out-
the
that weird
titles.
like Igby Goes Down is real similar to the other one that's like that. I can't think of the name of it right now. with like Tobey Maguire,
Oh,
or they keep doing.
was it Wonder Boys?
There's another. There's like 2 movies that are
Sure,
like the
sure.
same, like this
It
little
happens.
rich
Little
New
Deep
York
Impact,
City kid,
Armageddon,
you know,
yeah.
like kind of growing
Ants,
up
A
in the
Bug's
city.
Life,
Yeah, yeah,
like, it happens.
yeah.
Coming
I
of
recently
age.
watched another A24 movie. You Hurt My Feelings. Have you seen that?
Oh, with Julia
First of
Louis
all,
Dreyfus?
it's
No,
on my
but I want
queue
to.
right now.
I love her.
It's about
yeah.
like being
Oh,
in a
yeah.
relationship and like kind of telling little white lies.
Right.
Like, oh, your book is really good.
Right.
Like, if your wife was like,
Yeah.
"Did you read my article?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's good."
Oh, that's
Right.
a great article. Yeah.
No, she just tells me.
I
no,
like how
I
you
didn't.
really got all the
I live
Punishers
with
down
you.
to
Talk
the
about
right.
this shit
You
Did you
every
listen to my
day.
podcast?
Thomas Jay's my
No.
favorite Punisher too.
No,
you know,
I
something
get it.
like that. Yeah. You're
That's
just
how
like,
Joey
okay.
is with all his girls. Did you listen to my podcast? And they're like, yeah, I didn't like what you said on it.
And I was like, I'm gonna leave this show for a bit.
The best was we had a Austin Hood classics and he's all like 512 Latinas and shit
Oh,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
and we were
yeah,
just
yeah.
like everyone's all quiet because he's like a kid, you know. And
Yeah.
He's, like,
Yeah.
he's always doing that, like, oh, you know, 512 Latinas,
Oh my
ATX,
Little
all
does he
girls.
know.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Really does
Like-
all of the hosts.
So I wanted to get into like now you're writing for Collider. Like, how did
Yeah.
you get that
Okay.
gig? Like, what is like?
Honestly, it was very simple. Like it was like any application process. They just wanted you. You know, you go down the bottom of the website, submit. I mean, I didn't have to do like give us your resume and fill out.
Yeah.
Give me a CV, but I had to write a practice essay essentially.
Okay.
What was that? What do you?
It was they give you a list of like kind of like
Oh my
just
God.
non-starters topics like
Oh,
X
like-
should have won this Oscar. or
List,
Okay,
or
yeah,
did
something.
you list
yeah.
did you list the Punishers for them?
I didn't.
That would've been so
and I
fucking
think if I
great.
had, I would have gotten
Oh,
hired a
man.
lot quicker.
Yeah,
Dolph
yeah,
Lundgren
right.
is number one. Dolph
Oh,
Lundgren is
really?
number
Yeah.
one.
Well, I just thought I didn't get it because I didn't
Yeah,
hear
because
from
you didn't
him.
hear back from him.
And then all of a sudden it was just like, hey, you're hired. And I was like,
Whoa.
But that's
Oh.
how those things go, though. They kind of
Yeah.
like they're sitting there looking at it, going, "It's good."
What was your first
Yeah.
article? Was it the Ravenous one?
the first one for
Well,
no,
that was
it
your best
was-
article.
I loved that one. I
That
loved
was
that
fun.
movie.
I like that's such an underrated movie, and
Yeah.
I love that you did that because I was like, more people need to know about this.
Yeah.
movie. I'm Guy
Yeah.
Pearce.
The cast
Yeah,
is
dude,
fucking
for real.
phenomenal in that
David
movie.
Arquette,
Like,
Robert
we got
Carlyle.
to meet Guy Pearce at a screening, and
Dude.
I'm just like, oh.
My friend
It's like, I'm
Cameron,
Ravenous.
my friend Cameron, he went to USC with Guy Pearce's son or daughter, and he went to, he
Oh,
hung out
that's
at Guy Pearce's house all the time,
That's
dude.
some
I was like,
bullshit.
when he,
I'm a-
he sent me photos. I was like, you motherfucker,
Cool.
you're hanging with James Bond,
My
dude.
favorite
You're hanging with
homoerotic
James
cop
Bond.
movie of all time is L.A. Confidential. You know what I'm talking
Dude.
about?
Oh,
I
They
haven't seen
sleep
that
with
movie
Kim
in a
Basinger because
minute.
they can't sleep with each other. It's like a fucking crazy ass plot.
Oh,
it
that's
gets
a
me every
good-
time. It gets
So what
me
was
every time.
your first one was?
I think the
enjoy
first
homoerotic
one was
movies.
I wrote about the scene in Superman the movie where Lois Lane interviews Superman for the first time,
Okay.
and he just wrote about how like that's like the most romantic scene in superhero cinema.
Yeah, okay.
I think that was the first.
Not that Spider-Man kiss.
Second.
I was thinking
Not-
of
not
Spider-Man
Lois.
kiss too, but I didn't say it out
Number
loud.
two.
I was just letting
Man,
him be.
come on! Have y'all watched Superman the movie lately?
Superman.
That shit is the
I haven't.
1978.
I have
Oh,
not.
okay.
It's
Richard
been a really
Donner
while.
made Superman 1 and Superman 2.
Well, kind of Superman 2.
Did
The
they pay
Superman
like
2 is fucking great.
I agree.
Brando
Zod
made
is, like, the
so
best
much
bad
money
guy
off of
ever.
that, like,
Yeah, dude.
something crazy.
Michael
like,
Shannon as
millions
Zod
of
is fucking.
dollars.
That's
Dude.
another reason why Stupid Flash was kind of decent.
No, I mean, yeah,
Michael
I-
Shannon as Zod.
Oh, sure. Well, he
yeah,
was just
but
collecting that
hated
paycheck.
He was mad. Like interviews.
That was
of
like-
him
He almost
talking
didn't
about
do it.
What's
yeah,
the
he was
name
like,
of?
But
they
still, the
fucking
check
hurt.
was too big, and he could not say
Well,
no.
of course.
See, what's the name of the director that did Iron Man 3?
Shane Black.
Shane Black. I went to a panel for him at
Oh, we
Austin
love
Film
Shane Black.
Festival a couple of years back when I was in high
He
school.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
And
Yep.
that guy,
Yep.
so yeah, he was talking about Kiss Kiss
Nice
Bang Bang,
guys.
but he was talking about Superman, and I was like, the thing he was saying about the things he was saying about it, he was like, it was trash. Like Iron Man 3 was so much better. Like this is why I decided that I needed to put my take on the superhero. I was just like, man, dude, like how do you come out like with that perspective of that movie? Because I fucking love Superman and Man of Steel, and I
do
think
too.
like the storytelling, the visuals, like it's CGI. All of that was fucking phenomenal. Iron Man 3 looked like trash, dude. It's
Well,
the,
that's
some of the
Disney
fire
moment. Sometimes
fucking.
they don't.
But the thing
Dude,
is,
but I was
the
just like-
problem with the Man of Steel was, it was almost too nuanced.
Okay.
Sure.
Superhero
okay.
movies, they gotta slap you in the face. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta
I guess
kill.
so.
You gotta kill the love interest. You gotta kill the mom. You gotta kill Aunt May. Which
Yeah.
honestly, this never really happened. They always have.
They didn't know Way
the-
Home.
But the movies, they always
Yeah.
do this shit. You know, they gotta kill somebody, do
Oh,
something crazy.
sure.
But Man of Steel, you're right, is shot so well. I mean,
Sure.
I thought Amy Adams was a bad hire for Lois Lane, but she pulled it off
She
fucking
was
great.
Yeah,
and
she did a good
Cavill
job.
was great.
Oh,
man.
yeah, he was.
No, I know.
Also, he looked great without a shirt on.
He looked good in the costume, which
Shit,
is hard
he,
to pull
look,
off.
Right,
he looks
that's
so
the truth,
fucking
yeah.
bulky. Like, especially
Yeah,
that one scene
like
where
a
he's like pulling
god.
the clothes off
Yes,
of the
he's a
fucking
fucking god,
clothesline.
yeah.
Have you
That
read an
was-
article about his bod yet?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Like in a fucking
Yeah.
or just like
Top 5
Hollywood-
homoerotic
Yeah, I
movies
was
that
just
I
watching
love.
it, like,
That's a great
top 5
idea, yeah.
Hollywood's best male bomb.
LA
Yeah, yeah.
Confidential. Yo, that was a good
Did
homoerotic
you write
movie.
one on your favorite movie, the Die Hard with Vengeance? Did you write a Bruce Willis article?
Oh well, that was for Hyperreal.
Hyperreal.
I had
okay.
a
Which
a
is another
column.
Yeah, Hyperreal
Local.
Hyperreal Film Club.
is a local Austin club.
mhm.
They're
Do you
You
still
know,
write for
they're
Hyper?
gonna- No, not as much. Well, no, just because I don't have time.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, yeah. I
But,
won't go to y'all screenings, but I'll write for you.
Right, yeah. but I mean, like, I had it was called Bruno Vision, and it was going to
Okay.
be a retrospective on Bruce Willis's career.
okay.
Nice.
Every movie,
Hell
and I got
R.I.P.
through.
dude. R.I.P. to his career.
Well, to his career.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to his career.
Uh,
I had
you get
to
the Dutch?
clarify.
He's not in Dutch.
Oh, my bad.
That's Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill, dude.
Don't disrespect Al Bundy.
Damn.
Damn, we
God
should've
damn
done
it,
that.
Ruben.
Back to the Bruce Willis one.
Yeah, well, I only got I started on my website forever ago. RJH likes movies. You know, didn't finish it. Started with Hyperreal, and
Oh.
then just got Collider, and it was like, okay, I'm still hoping to like finish it one
Yeah.
day because if and when I do, I will not go through all like the DTV videos. I'm gonna stop at Moonrise Kingdom and Looper, 2012.
All
Dude,
right.
Looper was
Is
so
it- is-
fucking
would you
good.
say
Looper
this is
was
like
a
your-
masterpiece.
Your magnus opus? or
I think
something?
so.
Yeah.
I want to
this
be
is-
that
yeah.
Bruce Willis guy.
I can see you writing a
I
book.
do like Ryan Johnson.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
I can see you almost like writing a book on him. Your
I
love for Bruce
want
Willis.
to be
I
the Bruce
see-
Willis guy.
I see, like you could, you play him in like a biopic.
I wish we
Ah,
had like
Manifesting
cell
it
phones.
right
Who would you get to play Bruce Willis in a biopic?
Obviously
Manifesting
me.
it right here.
No, I don't know.
Here's the problem with I
I
wish
was
we had
thinking,
cell phones back in the old days when Bruce was like a bartender in New Jersey. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, dude. Also,
That's how he got
Moonlighting is
discovered,
coming
you know,
to
he was like a
Hulu.
bartender.
Moonlighting, that- yeah.
Oh.
It's coming to Hulu.
Which is you
Okay.
haven't been able
5
to watch it in
seasons.
like
20 years,
20 years
or
something.
more.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure who owns it.
It's
That's
Sybil
Disney
Shepherd-
now.
Sybil Shepherd in it, right?
Sybil Shepherd.
Well,
yes.
yeah, it was on
Sybil
ABC
Shepherd?
originally, so I mean Disney might have already owned it.
Oh, true. But no. You know, what? I actually read about this. It was the music rights that took so long
Oh,
because they
okay.
relied on just a lot of hits back in
There's
the
a
day.
lot of films that haven't never been released because of the
Disney
It's
also
crazy.
likes to
Film.
keep
Yeah.
some of their shit in the vault. That's another
It's
thing
true.
about them. They will not
They'll
re-release
just
stuff
sit
in
on
a
it.
certain way
Yeah,
just
I mean,
because
they've
they
been
don't
sitting on
want
this
to.
for years. Yeah, I mean, no offense.
Yeah, well, it's like they're just waiting
Yeah.
to like how long can we wait until we feel like genuinely the public will actually sell out. Like we go out, sell
It
it, and
creates
it'll sell
demand,
out.
right,
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
Yeah, they've actually like put a bunch in the vault recently because I don't know. just to
There's
make
that
people-
Jerry
yeah.
Lewis movie where he's like
The day the clown died, is that
a
right?
clown that lures kids into the concentration camp.
Oh.
gas
But like,
chamber.
I
you
don't
know,
think that's a
tries to
Disney
make
movie
them laugh.
You know?
Make them laugh.
Make him laugh
God,
and kill him.
that was.
I
He
just
did it.
that was always like you find out about like film
Oh yeah.
rumors and film stuff, and they're always that was one of my favorites. Like, oh,
I think it's
The
coming
day the
close to the
clown died.
time that like that film will be released in some way.
there's
'Cause-
Okay.
clips.
Well, it's
I thought
clips.
there
yeah.
were screenings.
I think because like when he died, there's something in his will that was like 5 or 10 years
oh
after
yeah,
I'm
there's a
dead.
release. Yeah.
Like maybe not. Maybe it won't
I
go
thought there was like a
everywhere.
private screening because
I feel like
for
I heard the
editing
same
purposes
thing.
they had to like edit it, or something.
I
Maybe
heard
had-
something similar.
Yeah, Disney owns it now.
Well, whoever.
Do
was,
they
I don't know who
really?
was in that.
Okay, I
movie.
was like, no way.
So
but
what-
also,
what was
I
your-
would
yeah.
believe it.
So what was the recent article for Collider was?
It was either it was box office doesn't mean quality.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
what it
sure.
was. And before that, it was Terminator 3.
Which is
Okay.
there's some truth to that because like there's so many
tons
good
of truth.
movies. Like now I'm like finding all these movies that I've never even heard of, and it's just because they just didn't do well.
Right.
And
happens all the time, though.
I recently watched Sorcerer,
Oh yeah,
Mm.
and I was just the title alone. I was like, oh, this is like a medieval
a witch
shit
thing.
movie.
No, it's
And it's like
it's
an
a William
epic.
Friedkin like mind fuck of a their nitroglycerin.
It's trippy
glycerin.
The
as
movie
fuck.
came
Yeah.
out the same day as Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the
Nah.
reason. But
Didn't have
I'm
a
saying
chance.
That
that's
was
a
the
good-
studio's
that's a-
fault.
I would say
Yeah.
that's a masterpiece of a movie.
Absolutely.
That nobody's probably majority of people haven't seen.
I feel like it's a definitely since his passing, there's been a resurgence.
definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
but Sorcerer's been having an uptick for a minute.
Yeah.
But like on the flip side of that
But
coin,
it's passing. Like now, it's on some Turner Classic
Oh,
Movies.
sure, sure.
You know, it wasn't.
But like even movies that made, like for example, I said this in the article, Wild Hogs.
Mhm.
You know this movie?
Yeah.
Made $167 million.
What?
Love it.
The
Fucking
Tim
for
Allen,
real?
John
Yeah,
Travolta,
yeah.
Love it.
road trip.
The
movie,
Expendables.
What was the
167.
tagline for it was great. It's like go on hog wild. Or
Yeah,
some
some of
Ride,
bullshit.
yeah,
We
ride.
love Tim Allen here. This is a Tim Allen. This is a pro Tim
What?
Allen.
160 mil. It was the highest grossing
People
comedy
were like,
of that
Ruben,
year.
what's your favorite
For real?
movie? I say Galaxy
Whoa.
Quest was my favorite movie.
Oh,
Tim
that's a great
Allen
movie.
killed it.
Great movie.
But yeah,
Kills.
that's crazy. A movie like that made that much money.
Yes.
I feel like maybe
Nobody
like
remembers it.
The Pacifier.
$100 million
Like,
movie.
That's like, you know what I mean? Like these like crazy Disney movies,
Mhm.
and then they you just like forget them.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like they're not memorable enough. You're like oh yeah.
But that also happens with like critically acclaimed movies too. Like
Sure.
they get
Well,
artistic.
but that's not what we're talking about.
like for example, La La Land had a whole bunch of fucking.
That made a lot of
critical-
money.
I listen to that all the time. I love
Do you
that.
think that
La La Land
maybe
is not
some
that
of the
good.
reason
It's boring.
behind that is because of in the studio system, it's all about rehashing. So it's like
Oh, sure.
sequels and then like
Yeah.
just remakes. So
Can you
it's
just
like
read the article right now for us?
so it's like
Yeah.
early 2000s blockbusters. Yeah, like they were some of them are great.
What do you have
but,
on the
like,
kettle? What's that out yet? What's in the kettle? What you got? What you got simmering
So actually,
in the kettle?
what am-
Punisher,
the-
top 5
the
Punishers.
Top 5. There's only 4.
There's 5.
Who's the 5th?
John Bernthal, Dolph Lundgren, Tom Jane, the dude who's in the Jedi. There isn't the 5th Punisher.
Yeah, it's just 4.
What are we gonna do?
What
We
was
can't
his
do a
name?
top
We're
5
wasting
Punishers.
the guy's talent here talking about.
How can we not have a top 5 Punisher?
Let's talk about.
We're a Punisher down.
So article in the
I need-
can.
It's
You-
the Birds of Prey one.
Okay,
The
okay.
Punisher. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
have you been listening?
I forgot.
Yeah. He's
Birds of
talking-
Prey.
I fucking love Birds of Prey.
I'm not sure if it was a victim of COVID. Because like
Could've
you know,
been.
Oh, it got its legs cut off at the box office because of COVID.
yeah, because it was like that post-COVID year, nobody watched the
Well,
movies
I
still.
guess
Right.
yeah,
People
that's
were
another
afraid to go.
one you can say that's like it didn't do well. It's kind of critically panned.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was also the last movie I saw in theaters before the lockdown.
Oh, okay.
So it does have like, for me, it has this weird little like.
Nostalgia
like
kinda.
it's
Yeah.
like
I'm
I'm
it's
just
like
saying, COVID fucked a lot
Simpler time.
of certain. There's like 3 or 4 movies that
Oh,
should
yeah.
have done a lot better, but COVID fucked and janked them. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Even after COVID, because the movie theaters still weren't really. You know, there was even times when like the stupid, the studios were like, you can watch it at theater or you can screen.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
dude,
they're
I-
releasing it like
know.
on HBO at
Yeah,
the same day.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
you
was-
remember I worked for the movie theater at the
Oh,
beginning
yeah?
of
I
last
forgot.
year. That says "Come on." That was in the movie theater when I was working there.
Whew.
What
Nobody-
theater can you say?
That was at the one that used to be the discount theater, Southwest up
Oh,
north.
right.
So that, but dude, nobody bought one ticket to that movie. And then even there was like another movie that was it was on Amazon, and then it had. Man, I'm trying to remember the name of it. But there was an Amazon movie that was basically the same thing, like streaming release in the theater.
Yeah.
Maybe we sold 7 tickets to it.
Sure.
The entire run, 2
I mean,
weeks.
especially during like when that stuff was like kind of like the Suicide Squad.
yeah.
I mean, I watched it at home because I fucking
Yeah.
could.
Yeah,
Like, I love
right.
I love the
It-
movie
well,
theater
it came to the
experience.
thing
I
where
was
it's
trying to
like
think
you're-
what that Prime movie was. I'm trying.
When you
'Cause there
spend
was a bunch of good
$20
movies that
for a
were just, like-
ticket, and you
It
spend
had an
$20
Indian
for
actor.
your
Food
monthly
or
As-
drink
it,
or
it was about
whatever.
this
Oh,
guy,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
military
It's like-
dude, and him. He
Yeah.
was like he's like mentally unwell, and he steals his daughter and like runs off with her. It's called like Followers or something. I can't remember. It's got a really basic name, one word name, but
Okay.
like that. Yeah, that was just another movie that was like, and that wasn't. Those weren't the only 2. There was literally like I
Yeah.
didn't even work for the movie theater for more than like 2 or 3 months.
But yeah,
But
the
that
studios
entire
were questioning the theaters, talking about
Yeah.
the theaters losing money.
Yeah,
There was even that whole moment where like they were like blessing Tom Cruise for saving
Right.
movies because like they were like making it seem like Top Gun saved the movie theaters.
No,
you
they
know?
definitely did try to like push that narrative. 'Cause, I mean, in a way, it was like one of the bigger movies that they expected a lot of people were down to go and watch in the theater, and
Yeah.
people did. You know, so it's like
And then it's fucking crazy with the strike the timing of it with Barbenheimer. It
Oh,
was just
yeah.
like, hey, people are down to go see exciting and
see,
new.
that's
Well, that
original
what
things.
Indiana
I
Jones got fucking shelved
That's-
pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's what I
Yeah.
love about this resurgence.
I'm
where
not sure if
like,
it's good or
those
bad, to be
movies-
honest. But
It's okay.
Those movies aren't superhero movies. They're not
Right.
like crazy.
It's just
like,
something a little bit
and
different.
That, like I don't think like the studio like they thought they were gonna be the successful.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Barbie broke over 1 million.
It was
I
almost
mean over 1 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over
a billion.
Yeah,
And
1.4
then Oppenheimer is like close to that too.
for a fucking 3-hour biography.
Yeah.
It's
what's
insane.
funny was like
and it's a story that's like
I think
50
Haunted
years
Mansion.
old or whatever.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion the
Mansion.
first week bombed,
Yeah.
but it started.
Oh, it came
gaining-
back.
Yeah, it started
Well,
gaining steam, and
and
also over the foreign. I think like in the rest of the world,
worldwide or
Ah,
whatever.
like
okay.
over 500
Well,
million.
that was also Elemental. That movie, like,
Same
it
thing.
opened very
Ah.
small, but then they actually kept it in theaters as opposed to throwing it on streaming,
Gotcha.
and it ended up making a lot of money.
yeah,
Damn.
and now it's on streaming.
Well, that's
and
like the Disney model, like why it was like flawed.
like
for a long
all
time.
Pixar movies,
Right.
I cry
They were-
every time.
Sure.
I hate it. I don't know how they
Dude,
do it, Pixar.
I've been missing the last couple
I
Pixar
have
movies.
too.
You're gonna cry. It's all I'm gonna say.
The last one I watched was Inside Out in the theater, and like I really liked that movie as like the concept.
Oh, that was the last one you saw? Oh,
That was the
wow.
last one I saw in the
that's
movie.
like
That
5
one's
years ago.
emotional.
No, I
as
know.
fuck.
That, I think.
I gave after that movie, I was like, not that I guess whatever the next one was, the next
Didn't
Pixar
tell
movie
you,
that came out,
yeah.
it just didn't pique my interest in the trailer, and
Sure.
I was just like, I think they're misstepping here, and I don't think they're gonna like correct in a
Sure.
way. So like, I mean, I'll be down to see them, kind of make
Soul
some.
was really good.
You know those people
Oh,
who
I-
say
see, I
like
heard
the
that was good.
Simpsons have already done it or done every ton of story.
Mhm.
That's how I feel about the Cars franchise. I think like Lightning McQueen's done everything. Like I don't.
Well, are
know
they
if
gonna
there's
make
anything
another
about
Spy
it.
Cars?
movie, he was, what else?
I mean, I don't know. Lightning
He's a
McQueen
movie
can
star.
we can't stop him. He did the fish out of water. He's done it all. He's just been.
Was he in Planes? Probably not.
I hope
Would
not.
make
He might have had like
Fire
a.
Rescue. The
right.
Planes, Fire and Rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dane Cook led it.
Planes,
Oh.
Trains, and Cars 3. All right. On that note, we're gonna kind of wrap it up.
Sorry.
All right,
Okay,
our
you
next
know,
our next
Every
Collider
time we talk about
article.
cars, it
Our
gets
next
almost-
Collider
It's
article
so-
is gonna be like the top 5 John Candy movies.
Ooh.
okay.
That's actually a good idea.
And call it I Want Candy.
Or the best
Yeah, so it's like
the best
some sweet-
SCTV
Yeah, so-
movies.
How's your sweet tooth? Here's whatever.
Yeah.
Can we?
Oh, SCTV. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so if you you like
Oh.
this episode, go check out your podcast.
Yes.
Your Collider
RJH
article.
and Friends.
RJH
Very
and Friends
famous.
like
I just
movies.
look at him like.
Yeah,
Well, are you
what?
promoting yourself?
Yeah, please follow me on the socials, RJH and Friends. That's where you can find all
Believe
that
it,
shit.
like yeah.
Side
And
pod,
Collider,
very
you can check
famous
his
movie
articles
pod.
Collider.com.
You have several. You've
My
written
favorite-
several.
Oh,
My-
yeah.
I love
very,
the
very,
Ravenous one.
Very, very.
Yeah.
It's an
great
underrated
movie.
movie. Go check that out. You. There was another one that I was.
Are y'all
I
working
really-
on any underground Austin movies right now?
What do you mean?
I don't know. You and your boys, y'all are always got something.
Oh.
Yeah, what y'all got cooking, dude?
We
What
got,
y'all got
nothing too
cooking?
crazy
Pizzagate
at the
Massacre
moment.
Okay.
2.
I know you.
Man,
and your,
I wish.
You and
We
your
will
boys
keep-
always got a
I
little
know,
something
I
going
know.
on.
There's, they're working.
Oh,
they're
and
working.
Y'all need to go check out
Them boys.
Playtime.
Playtime.
Playtime's
comedy.
great, too.
Always alive. We're always. I mean, like we're never working on anything, but we're always working. On
I
Yeah,
always
yeah,
like
yeah.
every time I talk to Eric, I'm like, hey, let me write and direct one of those. Like they did this one, and it I never will look at a penis the same way.
Hog Wild.
Hog Wild.
We won an
love
award
one.
for that.
It's
Nice.
so cold.
It's so
So
cold.
cold.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. and Ben, he does the special effects. He's worked on. I think he worked on. not
Actually,
this.
he worked on Ahsoka.
Yeah, he
Oh,
worked on the new
shit.
Ahsoka movie.
Hell
He,
yeah.
he
But
made.
He made all the prosthetic
the
dicks for this short film that he was.
He did that too. He did do that too.
I asked
Hell
him.
yeah.
I know those
we
dicks were
had a
amazing.
bag of dicks for years. Somebody still
Dick.
has it. All made by
I know
him.
I have
Yeah, I
some
was
of
like,
those.
they weren't
Sizes,
edible?
different sizes,
I had him
colors.
sign it, yeah.
You
They for
could, I
everybody.
guess.
Save for everybody this bag of dicks. I'll tell
It
you
was.
what. It's collectibles.
Oh, good memories, man. Just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
I
bag
loved
of
it.
dicks.
But yeah, if y'all go YouTube and it's
Oh, yeah.
Playtime
Playtime comedy.
and they're the funniest comedy.
Thank
skits.
you.
They're so great. That Hog Wild is one of my favorites.
That was a good
I
one.
love the hacker one.
Money.
Money. I love that. We're in.
That was a funny. Pardon me.
It's all right.
We premiered that at Genuine Joe's Coffee.
Yeah, I went to the.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
I went to that. Yeah,
It did not do well.
yeah.
But we
people-
loved it.
I love. It's so funny. It did not.
Joey's just the only one laughing.
I
You might have been, aside
I'm
from
one of
us.
the biggest fans on those videos because they're
Oh,
like,
man.
but they're hilarious. So go check those out.
Thank you so much.
Go check
man.
out Collider. The articles are great. Go check out his 2 podcasts. He has to show us up
Yeah.
America, we need a 5th Punisher.
A 5th Punisher.
Thank
I'll
you for
work
being
that
on the
for you.
show.
Thank you guys for having
Thank
me.
you
again,
for
and I
being
gotta
on the
have
show.
y'all on RJH. and Friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Soon.
right.
Soon.
Have
No.
y'all done
Yeah.
Twister yet?
Actually,
You
yes.
did Twister, I know.
Whip it.
Whip it real good.
No, Drew Barrymore was a scab, dude.
It was
What about the
No, we
movie
can't,
Can
we
We
can't.
Smoke in
It
It?
was filmed in Austin.
Can we smoke in
It was filmed in Austin.